ultimately finding out what constitutes 171 million for that project. Let us say economists know we're highly incompetent and highly incapable. In fact, a limping vice president. Ultimately, is infactual. Ultimately, cannot correct. Toilet Ninaka home, what about tie? As a quote about tie 150 billion Ghana cedis. But say the this kind of toilet. What's a quote about tie? But say the this kind of toilet. Yes, our toilet no president. Say you go baby na yam kana yakaso ko ha onko. God miraculously made Akufo-Addo the president to disgrace him. They are not in battle with John Hammer, not with the NDC. No, Sammy. Here, data force for Koya Sankwasi Adiom Koyino Kumasi on. Omo near the 18 million.
Time with Listowell, Nana Puku, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Doing great. I am bringing you greetings from London, United Kingdom, or London, England, United Kingdom. My name is Marie Amwapa Boeju. Means to say I am fighting for President Mahama to become president. So be it. Bebre no na krana na omoka say President Akufo-Addo ought to be your president. President Akufo-Addo be your president, and it will be a disaster. And today we have all seen it. Well, the biggest mistake you people will make but the biggest mistake is to give Abattoir way back to President Akufo-Addo. It will be a very big mistake, I am telling you Ghanaians. A combination of President Akufo-Addo, Ken Ofori-Atta, Gabi Ochredako, and the rest of them. But the fact of the matter is that they are a recipe for disaster, a recipe for grabbing wealth and power for themselves only.
So why are we now pretending to now be saying, for the sake of peace? How can there be peace when there's no justice? When the people have elected and another person have decided that I am selecting myself? It doesn't work like that. And you have cited a lot of examples that is very difficult for anybody to actually defend. Because say, why is Jen Mensah so worried and requesting for so much security? Is she scared for her life? She feels Ghanaians will come after her? I am saying here, if Ghanaians feel they will come after her, they will come after her. It is because they are the people who are running this country aground. So if anybody is supposed to be held responsible first, it is Jen Mensah.
That Colonel, what's his name? Is it Joe? Whatever. Took instructions from whoever and stormed the chamber of parliament in a mutiny style. And as we speak to date,
Time with Elikem Kotoko, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Eche nkwala more eche mpenimfo wo se ma bia school nkwala nketenkete no enko school no na wasa twan wa be ka kire me say your utmost priority is to safeguard the lives of future generations. Men saboda twice the number of mutanen da suka biya 2019 suka biya 2020 sam tanka an samu karuwa kina mun gode kware Allah saka da ne kun ba duba kudin nan kuma 2020 ga mun samu 39,000 corrupt. That is when Ghanaians will appreciate Ken Ofori-Atta. So mu felino no mu disqualify na he ceases to be the next finance minister in Ghana. There you see.
Real talk with Mr. Article, showing on Loud Silence TV.
Imagine a small country like Ghana. We can use $100 million and over to build a church, cathedral. But we can't get $100 million to build a proper hospital, a proper medical center, so that when our finance minister is sick, he can go there. They would rather go to America, go to UK, go to South Africa when they are sick. But use over $100 million to build a church. Massa, we enye Jimmy. If this is not humility, then I don't know what is Jimmy. This is stupidity to the highest level. That we will use all this money, over $100 million, to build a church. But when we are sick, we travel outside. Jimmy Sana Corona Pro.
I can understand the frustration. To tell you the truth, if I wasn't a member of parliament, I was just an ordinary NDC member, I would have expressed same rage. But what we need to do is to be patient with them. I do know that some of our friends are so also frustrated that they have been attacked unjustifiably. I never voted any of them.
But were you shocked to realize that some of your colleagues voted in favor?
I was disappointed. I never voted any of them. And if they bring them a million times, I'm not going to vote them. I don't have anything personal against them. But I think that they are each unfit to be ministers of state. Some of them lied under oath. So I can understand the pain, the anger of our rank and file. If they didn't love the NDC, I don't think they would be worried. They loved the NDC. Some suffered for the NDC. We are members of parliament. I was scandalized that some of them got more votes than the number of MPs that the NPP has.
Compson obtained 60%.
24 of our members voted for Howard Compson. Right. It's absolutely preposterous. And I find it extremely difficult to comprehend.
So you have betrayed the party. Is that what it is?
Well, if we failed to do what the rank and file of the party expected us to do, we should not be run away from blame. So what we just need to do to let them understand there are several opportunities. Because I believe that when we in the elections of the speaker, we were hailed, we were praised. The rank and file praised us. So when we do something that they are not satisfied and they are condemning us, we need to take it in good faith.
And they are asking for a total overhaul of the leadership of the minority.
I think that is far-fetched, and I don't know what blame.
And it means somebody made that point.
Yes, that is where I disagree with him. I don't know the basis on which anybody will be demanding a total overhaul of leadership. Because one, the leadership, how many are they? 24 members of our side voted for Howard Compson. 24. About 8 members voted for Kujopon Nkrumah. And about 5, I think so, or 4 voted for the Minister for Agri designate. Now, if you are blaming the leadership, how about the other members who voted for these individuals? How about them?
Final nail in the coffin in the fight against corruption. And President Akufo-Addo will go down as perhaps the worst leader we've had in the fight against corruption because of this maneuver against Mr. Domelovo. This government, led by President Akufo-Addo, is the worst in Ghana's history when it comes to the fight against corruption. This latest maneuver against Mr. Domelovo completely seals the deal and puts it beyond question that this is the worst government we've had in terms of the fight against corruption. What is clear is that contrary to President Akufo-Addo's promise in opposition that he was going to protect the public purse, he has come into office with a mindset to open up the public purse for systematic abuse and plunder. For that reason, he finds Mr. Domelovo, who is perhaps the most activist Auditor General we've had, a major stumbling block. So he needed to get rid of him in order to have direct access to the public purse. Don't forget also that Mr. Domelovo was returning at a time when he could have had opportunity to audit the books in respect of the expenditure regarding the fight against COVID-19. And I don't think that you need a soothsayer to tell you that because of the track record of this government, we were bound to find a lot of discrepancies, a lot of malpractices and malfeasance. They certainly are not in any mood to allow Mr. Domelovo to find out the rot that has gone on. The other issue is that this government led by President Akufo-Addo has a zero-sum game approach to governance. It is either them or nobody at all. So to the extent that President Akufo-Addo was not the one who appointed Mr. Domelovo, he needed to be removed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try my best. Fish farming is the process of rearing of fish in the reservoirs and the fish ponds, etc. They stopped, they terminated the contract. And it's now that they are beginning it. As I speak, I don't know when they are even going to complete with the road. But I'm talking about access road, not the main one.
You're talking about the arterial road.
That is it. We are working on the main one. If our matter, travelers should have access to roads that will take them to their destiny.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, first, I want to ask the honorable nominee, what are the three main subsectors within the fishing industry in Ghana? The three main subsectors within the fishing industry in Ghana.
The fishing industry, the three main subsectors. Yes, Honourable Minister. Yes, Honourable Nominee, we are listening to you. Ignore them, both sides of the House, and address me, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I don't understand the question very well, so it'll be very difficult for me to answer it.
Sikana she. Sikano ashe.
Mr. Chairman, he also said 2% is by way of extension.
They stopped, they terminated the contract. And it's now that they are beginning it. As I speak, I don't know when they are even going to complete with the road. But I'm talking about access road, not the main one.
You're talking about the arterial road.
That is it. We are working on the main one. If our matter, travelers should have access to roads that will take them to their destiny. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try my best. Fish farming is the process of rearing of fish in the reservoirs and the fish ponds, etc. Thank you.
Sikana she. Sikano ashe.
Asorbe na oko.
Because Church of Christ.
Church of
Christ.
Okay. Nina ay asorbe. Asorbe na oko.
Because Church of Christ.
Church of
Christ.
Okay. Nina asorbe na oko.
Because Church of Christ.
Church of
Christ.
Asorbe na oko.
Because Church of Christ.
Church of
Christ.
Okay.
Sikana she. Sikano ashe.
I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal, my mother and I pledge myself to the service of Ghana. I'm all my swear and in all my heart. I promise to owe you highest our heritage going forward. I pledge my Mayaka. Our heritage going forward through the blood and toil of our fathers. You are my we are my
Adia ba ko yifiri wo life mu this year ejimi.
Yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu. Yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Abuja. Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa. 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 Usorina uko toilet uya obejare enyasa.
Adia ba ko yifiri wo life mu this year ejimi.
Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to spare a moment to walk through with us the length and breadth of this country and see what, just in a sneak view, we are about to show you. A video documentary that introduces today's presentation.
Just see black and white
Here is a 38-in-1 cubicle private water closet facility for a rural community in the Ashanti region. The government is building over 1,400 of similar facilities for communities with no or disproportionate access to toilet facilities in all regions, plus 200 multi-unit flushable latrines, and has distributed over 17,000 units of Dignity toilets. Also, the government has built 4,765 toilet facilities in communities where open defecation is pervasive. All of these together is providing decent places of convenience for over 8 million people whose options would have been cut to either open defecation.
Most of the toilets in the data that we have just seen, that we in the table, are toilets that have been built under the One Constituency 1 Million project. That is not the end of the story. We have about 6 projects under the Toilets for All policy. We have built 28,485 household toilets. 12,972 toilets have been built. Then there's ongoing construction of the gas slip project. 5,000 toilets are being built there. The Government of Ghana Household Toilet Program, we're building 1,900 toilets there. And Rural Sanitation Model and Strategy Program, 40,348 toilets serving 3,000 communities. And then under the Urban Sanitation Pilot Project, 21,332. So under the Toilet for All program, at least 109,000 household toilets have been constructed, benefiting 856,000 people. This is quite remarkable. And because of all of this investment that has been made in the toilet infrastructure, 5,498 communities have been declared open defecation free. We are building a nation. We are not just building infrastructure. I thought building infrastructure, anybody can build infrastructure.
I've recently been listening to debates about infrastructure. Our infrastructure.
Pour manger for that matter. It's all on paper. she thought no go on the ground. No for no about it. Look at you about the implementation. There are two things: implementation and what do we call it? I will not go back on the ground. So they get if you're short cutting, ground breaking. So what is the difference between ground breaking and short cutting? You want me and get block over and get knife cutting instead of short cutting. We're going to what we call it blade cutting. You have launching. From launching there, we go to what? Commissioning. From commissioning, we go to scissor cutting. We have short cutting, or ground breaking, or knife cutting, or blade cutting. You want to get you now. We have short cutting. We have knife cutting or blade cutting. Yeah, we have to
Ghana, a peaceful country and a beacon of democracy in its fourth republic, has had violent free elections and transitioned power peacefully without any unrest or civil strife. This has become effortlessly possible because of the peace-loving leaders Ghanaians have successfully elected to lead them. President Kufuor in 2007 perfectly described the attributes of the type of person to lead Ghanaians at all times.
So anybody who is always full of tension and fighting and that sort of thing, we have to be careful about. Whether when the power is given to this person to lead us, he's the type with the experience and with all due respect, the wisdom to be able to keep the country united, to secure the nation, to gain the respect of the forces, the military, the police, the chiefs. Look out for that, because we know the history. Some people have been given power only to lose it just like that. We don't want that.
Even so, this peaceful and beautiful country was handed to Nana Akufo-Addo on the 7th January 2017 as president to lead for 4 years. Many people had reservations about his violent nature, which may have been well hidden from the public, but not from those who knew him best. Mr. Kofi Kumsen, a close friend of President Nana Addo, bluntly stated,
I can't entrust Ghana into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. I can't sleep. It's not safe. It's not safe. And I believe that.
Then there's Maxwell Kofi-Juma.
He will be a terrible president.
President Nana Addo's violent nature became immediately apparent as a warlord sponsoring his party hoodlums to attack innocent citizens and public officers alike, as was seen with the beating of ASP Nanka Bruce at the presidency in front of a paralyzed security on the 9th January 2017, just 2 days after Nana Addo had been sworn in as president. President Nana Addo surrounded himself with hoodlums as bodyguards and endorsed vigilante groups such as Invincible Force and Delta Force. Members of these vigilante groups had free rein to attack anyone who was not a member of the president's political party. They went on a rampage, causing mayhem and atrocities on anyone who disagreed with or criticized Nana Addo's government. President Nana Addo's own appointee, the Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator, was heckled, manhandled, and dragged from out of his office like a rat. Not even our courts were spared by these hoodlums. They vandalized court proceedings and broke free fellow members from judicial justice while attacking the sitting judge in the process. The Ayawaso West Wagon by-election was President Nana Addo's first test of leadership for peaceful elections in the country. Instead, a battalion of his party hoodlums, dressed in SWAT uniforms and armed with lethal weapons, were discharged to visit mayhem and brutalities on innocent citizens who were simply exercising their constitutional right to vote. The aim of these hoodlums was primarily to intimidate voters in the opponent's stronghold and to prevent a free and fair elections. They fired several rounds of gunshots in and around a polling center targeted at Ghanaians, which led to a bloodbath just for a by-election. All this happened under the explicit and tacit approval of President Nana Addo. These barbarisms happened without a single condemnation from the president. He immediately flew out of the country to attend a concert, leaving bloodied victims to their fate. He gleefully ignored the recommendations of the Ayawaso West Wagon Commission of Inquiry report by issuing a white paper to whitewash these crimes against Ghanaians. Otumfuo Osei Tutu II advised sternly, and I quote, "Elections with integrity mean the electoral contest, both in their preparation and their conduct, must be free and fair and not disfigured by political motivated violence. They must take place on a level playing field with parties and candidates able to campaign to put their case across, and the electorate free to cast their votes without fear or intimidation." President Nana Addo sat in front of the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II and jokingly lamented without any apology or remorse, saying in part, "I will not ignore such issues. The law applies to everyone in Ghana. I know it is of concern to you, but do not worry. We will ensure that everything is resolved." My fellow Ghanaians, has this been resolved? Have things been resolved as the president promised Otumfuo? Has Nana Addo disbanded these vigilante groups? Did we not in fact see these hoodlums on rampage again in Ketu South, Banda, and elsewhere in the just ended new voter compilation exercise?
Final nail in the coffin in the fight against corruption. And President Akufo-Addo will go down as perhaps the worst leader we've had in the fight against corruption because of this maneuver against Mr. Domelovo. This government, led by President Akufo-Addo, is the worst in Ghana's history when it comes to the fight against corruption. This latest maneuver against Mr. Domelovo completely seals the deal and puts it beyond question that this is the worst government we've had in terms of the fight against corruption. What is clear is that contrary to President Akufo-Addo's promise in opposition that he was going to protect the public purse, he has come into office with a mindset to open up the public purse for systematic abuse and plunder. For that reason, he finds Mr. Domelovo, who is perhaps the most activist Auditor General we've had, a major stumbling block. So he needed to get rid of him in order to have direct access to the public purse. Don't forget also that Mr. Domelovo was returning at a time when he could have had opportunity to audit the books in respect of the expenditure regarding the fight against COVID-19. And I don't think that you need a soothsayer to tell you that because of the track record of this government, we were bound to find a lot of discrepancies, a lot of malpractices and malfeasance. They certainly are not in any mood to allow Mr. Domelovo to find out the rot that has gone on. The other issue is that this government led by President Akufo-Addo has a zero-sum game approach to governance. It is either them or nobody at all. So to the extent that President Akufo-Addo was not the one who appointed Mr. Domelovo, he needed to be removed.
I'm ni wafe. We straight them from Tamale to Wale every day. Abodo bidi keleba, skekeba, abodo bidi keleba, skekeba, abodo bidi keleba. Rap up a day and rap up a day. Now I'm going today. We not go delay and not go delay. Nobody don't want to like a fly like a plane. Nobody knows when show Chando, show Babylon say this our place. Stand by while I can Shatawale. I'm a very late. Yendi agro, bra. Me jawo, Mokono ewo, kaka bojibo. Keleba, skekeba, abodo bidi, keleba, skekeba, abodo bidi, keleba, skekeba, skekeba. Na abodo bidi, ongli some bidi. Well, mama should do him, and voodoo him. Wakamebawo kuntulabing, lala nengo. Koli ko master kakamba. Walala bajajibo Jenny wong beda. Guru.
All right, good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We're streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. I'm sorry for the slight delay. We're trying to get lawyer Sami Jemfi, the communication director of the NDC, online. We're having some technical problems. So if you're watching me right now, don't get too angry. We're doing everything possible to get him live right now. I think he is live. Let's see if the sound is going to help. Let me do this and see if okay. So yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, you are live. Yeah, we've been delaying, like a little bit delayed because we're trying to get this right. And I know viewers are very excited to have you on the screen right now. It's a surprise. Nobody knew you were going to be live on today's show. And normally the show start with some greetings. I introduce the show. I tell people why we are on the show and say hello to a few people. In fact, today is Angelina Arthur's birthday, and we were supposed to do that and say happy birthday to her. I know you know her, and she's watching. We couldn't do all these things, but if you're watching me right now, thank you very much for being part of today's show. We have lawyer Sami Jemfi with us right now. He is in a hurry to get into another meeting, but out of respect for With All Due Respect, he said he is going to speak. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
Great. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to just concentrate on one specific thing. There are a lot of things happening now. We have time to discuss those things, but I think we need to stick to what we want to talk about today. And this morning, we realized that you released a statement and which concerned the judgment from the Supreme Court yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yes. Mm-hmm. In your statement, you said a lot of things. In fact, you are actually trying to tell Ghanaians and also sending a message across that the judgment had a lot of flaws, a lot of holes that the Supreme Court, if there is any opportunity for them, they need to come back and, in fact, let us know the clear understanding of what they were trying to say, because most of the things that they stated, especially when it comes to the figures, they're saying that the EC said in their final statements, and they were not consistent. In fact, I'm going to take a few minutes and read what you actually released to give us a little bit of time for you to at least have an idea of what we want to discuss on the show. So this is what you released, folks. The judgment of the Supreme Court on the 2020 election petition is full of patent falsehoods. Particularly, their ratio descendi. Their ratio descendi, right? On the issue which is captured at the last paragraph of page 39 of the judgment. They claim by the court that the figures 13 million, 434,574. The figures are very, very important. That's why I am taking my time to let people know the figures. 13,434,574, which was announced by Jane Mensah in her 9th December declaration, was actually the total vote cast. The number I just mentioned was actually the total vote cast for the election, but the same was mistakenly announced by the returning officer as the total valid votes cast. It's untrue, and not borne out of evidence that was before the court. You go on to say this. As can be seen from the attached Form 13, that's Declaration of Presidential Election Results, National Summary Sheet, which is Exhibit 4 of the witness statement of Jane Mensah, a document I believe was forged by the EC to justify the unconstitutional declaration. The total vote cast for 2020 presidential elections is 13,434,508 and not 13,434,574. What you are sticking to is 13,434,508, and not 13,434,574 as the court claims. You went on to say this. So how did the court arrive at the conclusion that the figure 13,434,574 is the total votes cast? That was a question you asked. Now, you went on to say this. Can they point to one official document that has that figure as the total vote cast for the 2020 presidential elections? Yes, you said this. Also, the courts claim that Jane Mensah committed an error relative to the total valid votes cast in her declaration, which was later corrected on the 10th of December, is false. As the figure the EC published as the total valid votes in their unsigned press release of 10th December is 13,119,460. 13,119,460, and not the 13,121,111. The court claims is the correct total valid vote cast for the election. These inconsistent figures expose the flawed conclusion the court arrived at. This is what happens when an electoral management body cooks figures to achieve a fraudulent, predetermined election. The Supreme Court's decision to uphold the patently flawed and unconstitutional declaration of the 2020 presidential result by Jane Mensah makes a mockery of justice. Very pathetic. Sami Jemfi Esquire. I think I got it right. So
yes, my brother.
What we will try and do now is we would like to mix the we should mix the language. We should let the ordinary Ghanaian understand what we are talking about here. Yakabro Fusa, it do some time I will say Inyabutre na yecheche nyomemu na yenuanom na sebio they didn't have the opportunity to also go to school sebio to understand English to be amene what ase no almost bete nkomo na yedina se. Nti basically from what I read in English na the person change na say Supreme Court judgment no figure na omde beto abontene say eno na EC ejina so e dey call election ma President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo no for mon hwehwemu ene mon investigation and basic arithmetic figures na EC the Supreme Court ejina so edibu asem no court Enrichi I think Enrichi no numbers ni nyina inchechirimu ho and NCC so can you explain to us how you came about this figure and why you are saying that the Supreme Court actually got it wrong in their judgment?
Okay, good evening once again, and greetings to all those who are tuned in and are listening to this program. Like I said this evening on another platform, SAR Supreme Court's judgment we are about on the 2020 election petition is what I call a travesty of justice that makes mockery of justice. It just intentia and the petitioner John Dramani Mahama and the good people of Ghana, because I buy a 2 year on 7 December 2020 and yet a soon so and Jane Mensah the two. enye ehun sunsuanso ena Supreme Court agiatum. Supreme Court figures are omagina so ediaka so mampinye kufuado na erene the 2020 election. The figures are patently flawed. I just say and this thing is not difficult at all for any Ghanaian to understand. You don't have to be a lawyer. Because asamo aye kano is very, very simple. Calvin, as a people, yenyina yajia to muse yedemra ene bebugana. And the mother of all those laws, the supreme law, is the 1992 Constitution. No na ye yemra kunyina yajia to muse yedebebu omaino. Now, Article 63.3 of the 1992 Constitution provides the percentage of total valid votes a candidate must get before he can be declared as president-elect. And you say, Ghana si ebenyo mampinia, ajese sa o mampini no yakoto abasi ye o mampini no wenya emma papa no mudodo more than 50%.
Emma papa no.
You need to get more than 50% of the total valid votes. That is emma papa no. The answer no the yenkan.
Okay.
Or what did the say no? The rejected votes. Ebeka ma papa ne ho a the total valid votes are, and a wunya the total vote cast. But Article 63.3 say you declare the winner based on Emma Papa no the total valid votes. And the one winner no it was wunya Emma Papa ne more than 50%. And unti say ya to na obi nya sa more than 50% of the total valid votes now. Then EC be declare the winner.
Yeah.
Na EC no any declaration no na yemra o. Who declare we are na emra ne say what the one sa ashe declaration na sia mana be yemra. That is the declaration of president-elect instrument. Ne be yemra we are wa gazette chese wa boni de wura chira mansai. That is your law. Yankasa ya dia she ya mamra ni mu a ya dibu Ghana. Eno de dia to aba from 92 BC. J.J. Rawlings, President Kufuor, Professor Mills, John Mahama, all became presidents because they met that constitutional threshold. They got more than 50% of the total valid votes cast. In the elections are almost standing. In the NDC, December 9th, 2 days after Sani Yakotwaba, 2020. Yakotwaba, G-Mensa declared. On only figures or dear declare no na yejina so de akasa. O say ma papa eba batu onimuno the total valid votes. And if you are watching this show, you are Ghanaian, you want to know the truth, just do this calculation. You can confirm the figures I'm giving you from the EC's own answer.
Yeah.
To the petition. Almost say the total valid votes. 13,434,574 13434,574. Go read the declaration of 9 December video new on YouTube. You could hear this figure. Then on Mampenya Kufuado nya saying, and my papa no nya mudu was saying almost 6,730,413.
Yeah.
And almost say Omampenya Kufuado percentage unya no a 51.595. Bear in mind the results amaka ho asemi. EC ne ka say a 274 constituencies results
excluding Techiman South, right? Okay.
Because as at 9 December, the returning officer was declaring the results. We did not have results for Techiman South. So that was what was there. Now we did that calculation, and you can do that calculation even now. Divide 6,730,413 by 13,434,574 and multiply it by 100. You will not get 51.595 as G Mensa declared for candidate Ekufuado based on 274 constituencies. Rather, you get 50.098. And then G Mensa we are percentage ni bika o Mampenya Ekufuado diam. And they cannot tell us, say, and in the four baby bear, EC office, this simple percentage, dividing the numerator by denominator and multiplying by 100, they got it wrong. Abandon and no movie. Okay. So you get 50.098 for candidate Akufo-Addo based on
if you stick with the 6,730,413 Akufo-Addo Nyaye as his valid votes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, divided by 13,434,574, which they said was the total valid votes.
Yeah.
So then she said in that declaration that I don't have the results for Techiman South because there are disputes over it, but I will still declare for candidate Akufo-Addo so no na win because Emadodoa e what Techiman South nyina no 128,018 votes, 128018. And unti se me de sa votes ni nyina akra ma John Mahama we di second a candidate Akufo-Addo still obere ni obenya more than 50%. Kevin, sa sembo ya ma me kan no the declaration mu ejina so de declare banema Mampenye Akufo-Addo enya no kre. I mean, you don't need anybody to deceive you. You don't have to be a judge to know say enya no kre. Pick a calculator. Or see total valid votes in here 134,345,74 based on 274 constituencies. It is a Techiman South vote say 128,018. Add the two figures to now get the total valid votes for 275 constituencies. You will get 13,562,592. 13,562,592. Now, Mampenye Akufo-Addo votes a very constant because Jimenez says, "Oh, the Nina Krama John Mahama." It will not change Mampenye Akufo-Addo votes. And I can't remember.
Yeah.
So divide Mampenye Akufo-Addo Mawunyayeno, which is 6,730,413, divided by the new total valid votes 13,562,592. Multiply it by 100 to get the percentage. You get 49.625%. 49. So person you know one decimal like 49.6. 49.6 and you're more than 50%. It is the yenina constitution ya gia tumu express was a candidate binya azan wa be your Mampenye no. Candidate Akufo-Addo wenya ye wi abani mu ama no. Asem we dey court nani. Now Kevin, Shannon so say a yasa declaration we in nsem we mu no. And no energy mensa enacted no into law. And no the nensasha say man be embra.
Yeah.
And no gazette. Now Article 63 clause 9 say the enactment no say embrana declaration about be no na ya dance here chere so be your Mampenye. That is a prima facie evidence of the election of a candidate. So what did Jimensa enact and gazette? Results be here. It is this 9th December declaration because the gazette, or the enactment, which is Declaration of President-elect Instrument 2020 CI 135, say, I, Jimensa, returning officer for the 2020 presidential election, do hereby declare that candidate Akufo-Addo, the candidate for the New Patriotic Party, having obtained more than 50% of the total valid votes in the 2020 presidential election, is hereby declared as the president-elect. Given under my hand this 9th day of December 2020. So, enactment no evidence of Obi election as president was done on 9th. Meaning it was done based on the declaration of the 9th. Then, Mamini we no about one answer say much Ghana for say, oh, figure na me can say and no total valid votes. 13,434,574. And your total valid votes are now a total vote cast.
Okay, that's everything.
Total vote cast, just said total valid votes plus rejected.
Yeah.
Into your total valid votes, a total vote cast.
Yeah.
Now make total valid votes and a manoko form and a make a figure a total vote cast as the total valid votes. Kevin, and throw in a Jimensa and easy for diatre Ghana for and omoko repeat each record. And did the idea there was a court on here? Sebi Mensa 9 December declaration or better microphones anymore. One money team ne kasa. She read a script and and in the script, the total valid votes had been written 13,434,574. And the end be ordinary no keke ne kasa na no afom. A speech ya traman penifua shame and all kind. Now, employer friend say we a mistake even in the written speech. There was a call to be our person who wants to move no cribis say. Okay, should a document cry? A woman say the total vote cast is 13,434,574. Now you need say figure now okay a total vote cast ampa. Akoye say Kevin ebia wasoma samejenfi so on kota de supermarket and farmer. Then osuma me no ma me notes ose koto digestive biscuits and I watch the good paper so ma me se me nkotre. Enti me call shop se me kwa to biscuit me call me se me pe shortbread biscuits. Enti o mama me shortbread biscuits no every. Then now I call back to Omo and Moton at the end of my say, oh, then just shortbread biscuits and a sameka cemento. Or cemento digestive or trema me paper so. So some make a near no cry. The challenge I was here for check paper na Kelvin de mamma na. You who digestive also. Because I know na mess here say ye catch me semen koto. Kevin, do you understand me?
Yeah.
What's the figure? 13,434,574 no. A total vote cast. And one no form cast a total valid votes. And it's a document cry. So figure and also say a total vote cast. Chere document cry. O document a wujina so the declaration, you know. Your friend of form 13.
Yeah.
The form 13, no, and no na Ghana ya to aba ewia. Ni ye keka candidates ni nyina votes bomu a. Ye chere results ni guso. That form is called the Declaration of Presidential Election Results National Summary Sheet. Now, that form yi enona candidates ni nyina votes was enona total valid votes also enona rejected votes also enona rejected ballots enona total vote cast also enona Gmens as you ojina so the declaration no. Sa document were the website. In fact, Gmens acquired the attaché the witness statement as exhibit 4. Just that it was never tendered as evidence. But at least it was before the court. A form known as a for Bekaya. Justice Gertrude Tokono, one of the justices of the Supreme Court, asked Dr. Kwesa White to identify her. Dr. Kwesa White, during his cross-examination, said the form was not authentic because it was not the same as a form in the law, CI 127. It is a sub form on a Gmens SCSA, Ujina so the declaration, no declare results, new crowd, the Kotare dying home, and the Akeka one. Yanko has our form, the son say. Total vote cast, no was no, and then the Gmens are can a knife, a partner. Maybe I'll check here. It is 13,434,508. It's a different figure. 13,434,508 is a different figure. And I will tell you what has created this problem.
Okay.
But before I get there, the person can say the Supreme Court got it wrong. And you can go and get the 58-page judgments. I have mine on my phone. You check page 33 first, even before you go to page 39. This is what the judgment says. Or say the last line of page 33. Or say there is no doubt that in providing particulars of the vote cast, the chairperson of the first respondent announced the figure 13,434,574 when she was referring to the total valid votes cast, which was actually 13,121,111. And today decide say, oh, figure no kind a mistake. A total vote cast. Meanwhile, Yakohe Mame Nankasa form 13 so a different figure no. It's Supreme Court must say figure no 13,434,574 no any total valid votes, but a total vote cast no. Montre a document to cry muhu no also. Montre. Or did they manufacture that evidence?
In the whole judgment,
because there was no evidence before them, apart from the Jimen Samoka in their answer, which was controverted by our witnesses. There was no evidence before the court said that figure is total vote cast. That is the seriousness of the injustice court the Ayagana for.
Now, Sammy, before you go forward, what was court's basis for using that figure? Did they state in the judgment?
It is stated at page 39.
Yeah. So
also from the evidence on record, I know they have found the reasoning of the court. That is what is called the ratio decidendi. That from the evidence on record, it is clear to us that it is absolutely wrong to hold on to the error committed by the chairperson of the first respondent in announcing the total vote cast, when from the data used in announcing the results, the true figure representing the total valid vote cast actually totaled and was known to be 13,121,111.
Yeah.
And to almost also question say the entire almost say Akufo-Addo aware and say maame no figure na oka ne declaration ni mu no enye total valid votes or ye mistake a total vote cast. Here I'm referring to the 13,434,574. I am saying the Supreme Court got it wrong, or what they said is falsehood, because some figure no any document be say a total vote cast. That's the first point. Number two, almost the total valid votes for the election, 13,121,111.
Yeah.
Where did they get that figure from? Almost say. So we heard Jimen's declaration now, now. Figures are what them are 12 candidates, Okay, kabumua. That is what you get. So to them, that is the total valid votes. I want you to know how flawed this court decision is. Almost say, Jimen's a declaration on 9th December. Ochre Madodoa, all the 12 candidates in the election. Na se woke kasa mani nyina bomua, you get 13,121,111. So to them, that is the total valid votes. Because the total valid votes is supposed to be the sum total of the votes obtained by all the candidates. Correct. But Kevin, votes are Jimen's and the candidates, And 9th December, because court say Jimen's a mistake. Na Okoka total vote cast as total valid votes, according to them, without any evidence. But that's point one. Why a correction of the error? But they forget, say, in that so-called correction of 10th December, Jimen's and Sansos ma John Mahamenyae, as compared to the other man on the 9th of December. Or some ma or Mampenya Akufo-Addo nyae, as compared to the other man on the 9th. So, for example, on 9th December, Okase John Mahamenya 100 votes. On the same 9th, Osio Mampenya Akufo-Addo 150. TMU. Then on the 10th, Ose John Mahamenya 100, Onya 90. Mampenya Akufo-Addo 150, Onya 160. Now, who Supreme Court, what about 9 for the anarchy can't figures now, but say, when a total valid votes, not 10 for the NA.
Now, in the gazetted, Go ahead. Sorry, I'll ask you. You just go ahead.
10 for the NO, and that game, and the buy. And say 9 for the NA a mistake, 10 for the NA, so what that game, what the correct figure. Okay, can't. Figures or them are candidates on the 10th of December. Obian check our press release in it. You Google it, you get it. EC corrects errors in declaration. The total valid votes she declared on the 10th in that press release was 13,121,111. 119,460. 13119,460. So ninth, or say a 13434,574. 10th, or say a 13119,460. And say Jimensa can on the 10th say total valid votes in 13,119,460. Adding a quarter, no, rely on 13,121,111 based on 9th declaration. Most say or your correction. If me I can't say Kelvin, say me the document about when him 1st of January. Now me be on the 2nd of January. What document will you make reference to? Is it not the latest one?
Yeah, the latest one. That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if it is the latest one, then the total valid votes is 13,119,460. So where did you get your 13,121,111 from? Because the woman changed all those figures. At the exchange, you're not saying or the man and knife and so by 1,707,707. And or the man penya kufu the man or the 174 can.
So that is where.
You know why I'm on total valid votes, because in any election, presidential election, the most important figure is that figure. That is the denominator or the year division. Now what the actual percentage? The total valid votes, in doubt, and now any credible, it calls into question the credibility of the results or the candidates, because then the denominator now or the year division
is wrong. Yeah.
Wrong. It will be a percentage. Wrong.
Yeah.
Into ya to ababa komasa muti abrochire USC. Ye betimi ato aba na 9 December results baako. 10 December results baako. Then yes samai Jimensa court. Now as also the another figure ba. On the 9th she said the total valid votes was 13,434,574. On the 10th she said the total valid votes was 13,119,460. When we took her to court late December, our filing the answer mid-January, or see 13,121,111, which is what the court has used. Why not the 10th December figure? Why not the 9th December figure? So you see a campo a 9th no there was a use because 9th no ena o enacting into law a gazette. Correction now, all claims which were all flawed, no. Even if they were true corrections in part, they were not enacted and gazetted. And the court na kanini na no enya no kre.
Sami obisu bekase.
Total valid votes is 1312111. Enya no kre because over 10 December press release now, 13119,460, and I am challenging anybody to dispute this fact. And even apart from that, Kevin only be who Okofa 274 constituency summary sheets. A good easy for website. Now okay, total valid votes in Abumwa. You get another figure a year different from all the three medical and Yatuga. Over 16 regional summary sheets, so now okay, total valid votes in Abumwa. You get a different figure. And the about to Ayaton Ghana, no. Okay, constituency results Bomua is different. Okay, region 16 the Bomua any constituency then how? A constituency results now okay Bombenya region. It is a me collate 16 regional results. The figures I get must be the same as the figures I get when I collate 275 constituency results. But not this election. Who collated 275 constituency results, you get one outcome. Who collated 16 regions, a different outcome. On the 9th, we declare one figure. On the 10th, or the another figure, or court to across the sun. Court to say, figure now can the 9th, no, a total vote cast, any document BMU. Jimensa Ankasa Form 13, I done a website. A exhibit 4 of the witness statement now, a hunti, when Timmy and tender in evidence, the figure there is different. Into your one document, I expose you to the Supreme Court of Ghana.
Now, Sami,
let me explain to you why the inconsistencies.
Okay.
And these things would have come up if Jim Mensah had entered the box. And that is why I went in the box. You know what happened? Jimensa, Saubekaya, Rojo Metinunu, evidence mu. Okay, say at some point, our moves and results nearby figures, mistakes woman. Oko Jimensa office.
Yeah.
Say, ordinary work could come. Now, or train 3 hours near see Jimensa and you. Kevin, okay.
Yeah.
Now, is the lawyer did to some part or train 3 hours. Na one of cars or man tea, any biscuits, no be kai asem na.
Yeah, digestive. Okay, sorry.
3 hours, and not Jimensa no way. Returning officer yet to presidential election, one am run say. And was a strong room, now one agents quality resource. One más strong room, ura imprenu. Imprenu no be anywhere would do more than 3 minutes.
Sorry.
Afe results or banner mistakes will money a very 3 hours only office, no way.
Sammy, Obiswa
Joe Anoche and the NPP were feeding her with figures. So figure now will declare on the 9th, no, or pray no, because the woman no catching we are saying also be a declaration or international conference center. Invitation cards or the map party for diplomatic community. Na international conference center also. And then op pray no one year declaration will be before. Because your money figures. Yes, NDC for ni ho. Declare the results. BBNC or court. We will protect you. And the figure now will declare, you know, any total vote cast and any total valid votes. The woman cooked the figure. It has no basis. So you will not get any document. I will be with 13,434,574 no so, or you can justify that figure.
So I mean,
it is not total vote cast like she claims.
Yeah,
it is not the total valid vote. She lied.
Okay, so I mean, I would see some other views too, especially maybe the communicators of the NPP, and I say maybe the second respondents. Basically, because I say NPP for. Now say ebia utie some legal arguments so because the court can say the change could not affect the outcome of the elections, whether they stuck with the first declaration or with the second one. As we speak now, say official no a second one, and I think so the court is using, but the one she gazetted is the first declaration.
They are using the first one. You see, you don't even know what they are using. They claim that the declaration was correct.
But we can say the difference.
They are not using the correction. They are using the first one.
So
it doesn't make sense.
Somebody is going to say what was the errors wasn't so significant to change the elections for John Mahama.
Let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. Answer question. Now can be said. The figures were cooked for Jimensa, and that is why. Since or declare results, figures now ye different. They be our sister figures. I as an accountant, they be a human brain saves sika. Now is the sober record correct figures, no attity boot, not. It's a bosom so no balance an account statement and
do balance sheet, no? Yeah.
Attity figure be because share and balance it, or TB because share and balance it. And we be now to Jimensa no figures no probably baby on your free enti onto me my documents no any figure no onto me reconcile it. And look at the figure the baby and any action say no. In fact, that from 13 no after Sir John Mahama did the court no and no more 4J and no more man agents be sign. And that because there was a form no na we so year declaration, and if that form existed on the 9th there, and then at 10th. On that form, the total valid votes is 30,121,111. Why is it that? That document, TMU, Kevin, you use common sense.
Yeah.
You have to baby. You were from 13. Total valid votes was so 13,121,111. Agents as sign. NDC in Kwana ni other agents no as sign. Now Jimensa are a mistake on the 9th. Set 10th or by your correction. Documents na kita no. Esu figures no the beba meboa.
Yeah.
Because documents no 1/9. It when we say, oh, me a mistake. It can be actually 10th no. And call the 1312111 no. And the beba on the 10th. I don't know the 13119,460. Because the document was not in existence. It had not been forged at the time. Oboa. Yedi assembly court na Koto Ampa man ko forge sa document no say the way they were no kan ye ni nti ko keka sa figures ni bom na fa kwa another pink sheet na man for me sign ni em backdate. That is what they did. But now let me answer your question. Obi say what was the impact of all these inconsistent figures?
Yeah.
And that is why the court was so unfair to General Mosquito. Because them saying the evidence in some kind they did not understand. Meanwhile, Jimensa made a declaration on 9 December. It was that declaration which was enacted and gazetted. That declaration says the total valid votes are 13,434,574. To say the medical canon. Also, Mampinyo Kufuado votes on 6,073,673,041.
Yeah.
Or say, UDSR division na winya 50.098. Or say, o the Techiman South the nyina kwa mama hama candidate Kufuado be broso obowa o ya candidate Kufuado nya 49.625. Enye 50% impuna ye more than 50%. So Ubisa me say the impact in the on the basis of the declaration on the 9th, which is what was enacted and gazetted, candidate Kufuado nya more than 50%. But Akoto Ampa Emma General Mosquito aye calculation. Well, General Mosquito anya sa calculation we. When you so 13,434,574 no because of say a total vote cast. But Akoto Ampa lied and misled the court. Because any total vote cast, it is not on any document say a total vote cast. The calculation was not a calculation based on the figures in the declaration. I don't know whether you understand me. And your more answer to your more questions and more
because Akoto was leading a witness, and so he can bring in his own questions.
Exactly. Yeah. The general says, "Yeah, figures see there where you been, but that doesn't mean say that was what J Mensa declared. He said, "Oh, court will say J Mensa you declare a mistake. Ne mistake correction or yeah, no, or famra kwanso na yeah, or the Nesasha Yamana Beyembra. First one na mistake woman ya amend no ya revoke." Ya review, ya any. Oh, so the decision is so flawed. It is so unjust. It is so unfair. And like I said, it is travesty of justice that makes mockery of justice.
So
every fair-minded person or then near this will know say this verdict does not reflect the verdict of the people of West Pressy on 7 December. Why? She mentioned Wanya Bonibia and yet to Jericho first wolf and protected no prevented her from entering the box. What did they have to hide? They knew that the Nimbiguase. They knew. Say, because Jimensa, I am aware, told them. Say, you told me I should declare, and that nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Then I cannot assure you about what will happen. And so fought from 13, Kachachuchi Kata would have confronted Jimensa with it. And if she had lied, she would have been liable for perjury and she could have been prosecuted. That is why people did all they could to prevent the woman from entering the box. Kevin, it's so painful. It's so painful that our courts are a last hope when it comes to these matters. In spite of the facts and the evidence that came before them, still arrived at the conclusions they arrived at. The figures before you are so clear. So clear.
Sammy,
then they say that you did not come to court with your own figures. Were we supposed to come to court with our own figures? MP before year 2012, 2013 election petition, did they bring in their own figures to court? No. They took the declaration of Farijan Aye plus the pink sheets. And Omobeka said, oh, polling station overvoting here. Presiding officer and sign. Serial number no aba mienu. Polling station code aba mienu. Inti muntwetwetwetwa amanfo mam 4 million votes muntwam. De ebeka no munyina so na momfa declare so mampenya Kufuado na awe ne. And omo say emma na no mo pese court no twam no e free de na EC declare ni mu. And omo ka say the court should declare that one. So it was not their figures, it was the EC's figures they used for the analysis.
Sammy,
I don't do John Mahama so dia.
Yeah.
Most of funny figure.
Sammy, so
maybe assembly to quarter and
okay.
I don't see a support my assem and I was a better court in him and I can't remember.
Yeah.
So me say per Jimensa declaration, why you know, figures a woman. Se me kekesi ani a ekyere so mampenya kufu ado anya 50%. Se me de asem we na abeto wanim dia na me de ho adanse e ba eye Jimensa figures no na wo se me de ba be di adanse enya me figures eno de ma asem ni mu enti obunya mischief no ene MPP for attempts to incite party foot soldiers against some party leaders or man adwuma here. And in any case, Kevin, I explained this issue on Power FM this evening. I mean, Sisubi. Obie ni wa 2020 about one eye to you know. Obe to me akase. Ono aye the coalition enya correct figures. Coalition ni the obe to me akase why. And I know say NDC yeah coalition. But your figures can never be correct. You know why? Garbage in, garbage out. You cannot add wrong figures and get a correct figure. The aggregation of figures that are mathematically wrong cannot yield a mathematically correct outcome. About one year to you know, Bibia year trokan, everything was a mess. So much that over constituencies be some rishisa.
Yeah.
Okay, can a mother do I 12 candidates in Bomua, Ebia Winya 99,000, like it happened in Techiman South. But Obekona easy not 97,000, what it is 2,000. And I can give you so many examples where the total valid votes recorded by the EC on the pink sheet is different from the figure you get when you add the votes of the candidates. So wrong figures in Kwane captured on the face of the pink sheets. And it is a many political party duplicates of that pink sheet. No, na minya na make figures ni bomwa. Yes, Miami coalition I will have figures, but the figures will still be wrong because the primary documents na mijina so the coalition, you know, are wrong, are full of mathematical inaccuracies. So how can my coalition be correct? Unim say the figures ko ya kan your maker. Omeka oh, you cannot approbate and reprobate. To me say Jimensa figures ni inconsistent and wrong, and yet do a collation based on those wrong figures and bring it to court. Say the court should uphold it, because if Jimensa's figures are wrong, then your figures too are wrong.
Yeah,
that is what they would have told us, and that is why our lawyers decided say ye Jimensa figures ne ye jina so dia ka asem we say per ma me no ankasa figures so mampenya kufu adu anya 50% dia. And yet, yemfa on one figures na nya dance ye ni nyina so ntwe manso. In any case, I make a way to na Kevin untimi nko other issues. So Kevin, Ghana obi an check article 64 clause 1 of the 1992 constitution. Or say any citizen can challenge the validity of a presidential election results in the Supreme Court of Ghana. Any citizen. Kevin, any citizen. And Kevin Taylor, ubetimide Ghana about all results at Supreme Court under election petition because or see any citizen.
It wasn't specific. So
yes,
a foreigner can do that.
Ghana NBI. Yetu aba na wasi nsusu so no. Ene Ghana mrabo ebra.
Yeah.
Utimide ko Supreme Court election petition. It is a Kevin Taylor. Una na wutie 9 December declaration of Jimensa. And now okay can figures boom based on the mamene announce you know akufu adu enya we jo mama enya we enya we okay can ni nyina boom. And now who is the figures na mama no declare na say wo gina so ye nkonta na o mampenya akufu adu nya more than 50% of the total valid votes. Constitution is say e was say wonya. And now what the call Supreme Court and can we betinye bisa wo Kevin Taylor say where are your own figures? Who your political party, who agent? Where will you get your figures from? That argument is so bankrupt. Then you are trying to tell me, say, no citizen can challenge.
Challenge the
but
EC.
You need your own results. How would that citizen have his own results?
Yeah.
Or contest the election? Or agents need their home? So I will not take too much of your time. But what I want to say is that some of the evidence that John Mahama and a lawyer for, led by the legal colossus, Lawyer Chachuchi Kata, who is an inspiration and an example to all of us. At the two courts in Nimuna, the total valid votes votes of Mampenya Kufuor nya ene de keka ho a wanya 50% no onya 49.6. Supreme Court decision no figures of mujina so dia ye ni nyina na eni declaration ni mu.
Same.
So omo de intention di Ghana for.
Same, so is the NDC or the petitioner John Mahama looking at a review on this issue?
So far no, I have not gotten any such indication from the petitioner or the lead counsel. Because they are akasama for ye won penyufo lawyer for kuku dan judgment no mu gusu a mu hwehwem. Na menim se so mu sie gina ye bisa ombema ya swate na ye so ya magana for ate, but for now no, I am not aware of any such decision.
This
I'm not aware of any such. But you see, Kevin,
yeah,
media the emit then say assembly we share praketwa kra on the streets of Ghana na ubisa na unimbiesi. Obia nimbiesi, obia nimse 2020 about no ye wiem. And on emit then because you see Ghana for nim day. Yeah, kasa TV so nyase sebio ye nimnyansa chen omo kasa. A lot of people are saying na wutie omo hwe petition ni bi. No more trauma analysis. You will even be surprised. Maybe Sam is Sammy. The movie say cry. Mameno. Uncle when you go kutira and can so ne daye. Utimu fita set ya bwanku. Ada na kwatena da kam ni mbisa question. Aferijan komu 2013 or answer questions nyina na wodi ewudwane. E asem sebe.
Sammy ubube mienu. Into open competition that member had because I had yet to be, but it was good. Yes, see, I correct the Kabe you know, or Tijahu and Bob this year. That was Sammy lawyer Sammy Jemfi, the communication director. But before you go, finally, who is a comrade? I'm talking about the NDC. Who is a comrade? Who loves NDC? And who is a patriotic NDC follower?
A comrade,
yeah,
a patriotic NDC follower, is the man who believes in the values and the ideals upon which the NDC was founded. The man who is ready to die for the party. The man who believes in equity, who believes in probity, who believes in accountability, who believes in social justice. NDC ni papa ni NDC ni a party ni dana koma so now or that commitment to sacrifice and to die for this party. And I dare say that we have millions of such people in Ghana and beyond who are committed to the party.
So Obiso NDC ni and the mission and the ideals and the collective vision of the party, you know. So can you call that person as a committed NDC?
No. If you don't believe in the mission, the vision, the ideals, and the values, then you have no business joining the party. It means you are in the wrong place. Because it is the values, the ideals of the party, you know, and then my party near party. So you very prekunam.
Okay. In this NDC kokukuem, no mo kofa adwene bi, na se nipa bi omo NDC mo NDC adwene so as a collective body. Sa nipa no or your NDC ni kroji anase or your NDC ni ehone ho.
Kevin, we will talk about this today.
All right, lawyer Sammy Jemfi, yes, I'll bring you back. Thank you very much, lawyer, for being part of today's show. That was lawyer Sammy Jemfi. You listened to Sammy Jemfi. He decided to run away from me, but it's all good. Thank you very much for being part of the interview. Thank you to lawyer Sammy Jemfi. He's the communication director for the biggest opposition party in Ghana, the National Democratic Congress. That is the NDC. That was some interesting conversation there. You're still watching Loud Silence TV. This show is With All Due Respect extended version. After this short break, I will be doing my editorial. I will take care of social media quickly, and then we will allow you to also call into the show. You're still watching With All Due Respect extended version, and my name is Kevin Ekobe. I'll be right back after the short break.
Problem. Be a problem. People went to campaign and dance and all that. You can never tell me. Never tell me that these spikes just jumped up. I'm telling you that this is as a result of your political dancing, vuvuzela blowing, no knows what. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be hypocritical. Government must take responsibility. Please look at the way everybody is in nose mask. Everybody wash their hands, sanitize their hands, sitting down nicely. Yet you have campaigns. You want to
Welcome back to the show. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. You're still watching With All Due Respect extended version. We just had a chat with lawyer Sami Jemfi. He's the communication director of the NDC. Obiati Wanasum, the was Supreme Court, the judgment from the Supreme Court. In Tawantawa, any inconsistencies are what Supreme Court for judgment team. In Komawe, I think every Ghanaian wants to get to the bottom of this election. As we speak now, Obianim Dear Ghana, Nana Dankwe Kufuor, the President of the Republic, the biggest opposition party, leader, John Dramani Mahama, and Sunyaye, Yetikruma Abasu that Edayinim. It is up to us to get to the bottom of this to make sure, say, before we get into election 2024, we go in with a clear mind. Yenina Ibe say, Nyanom na yet you want 2020 and Sunday about 2024. So it's up to us to make this conversation an important conversation. I will say, yes, so you did come on your money conversation in here in coma or say making sure say nipa ya did to me a show sim oma ya to who see was say omundi nim no mon cansem no mon fa de dano ento de dano obi akoma Anthony yemno almost aye omodwuma seniatie edu wiase de obi aniwa ne honim for so inform so the Supreme Court might have heard. They need to come back and let us know what they really meant by putting out those numbers. It is very, very important. The conversation should keep going. It is important that as Ghanaians, we settle on this this issue. We need to know who actually won, with what number or what figure, so that we can move forward as a nation. You're still watching me right now. Let's take care of the social media segment. In fact, there were a few things we were supposed to do. I know some people are crazy. Why didn't you do this? I was supposed to say hello to a few people before Sami Jemfi came in. Chidi Chara is watching me. Beth Quads is watching. Ikuya Duka is watching me. Imani's sister is on YouTube. Lots and lots of people watching us right now all over the world. If you want to watch us on TV, and you have a multi-TV decoder, just scan the decoder and search for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV. That is the only platform that you will get the facts. In fact, here we speak truth to power. If you also have other decoders, you can scan those decoders or blind scan. You can also search for Loud Silence TV on all these other decoders. We are streaming on 27 different platforms on social media, and we are in 22 African countries, 22 broadband, solid. We are also there. So if you're watching me right now, I would like to say thank you very much for being part of today's show. Today is Angelina Arthur's birthday. If I don't put this picture up, she will slaughter me. Angelina Arthur is my political girlfriend. It's her birthday tomorrow. And Angelina, happy birthday. Have a wonderful evening wherever you are, all the way in Ohio. I know you are chilling. Jack, first and second, we all day alongside. It's your birthday. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your day. Okay, let's take care of a few things here quickly. As you know, today's topic was basic. NDC must focus, and when we say NDC must focus, come election 20, getting into the next elections, it's very, very important that the NDC focus. Let's look at these few things before we move forward. This happening in Cape Coast, and it was on social media. I think it's very important that we discuss some of these things sometimes. And somebody posted this. Cape Coast Ugwa, they actually posted this, and I think as a Fanti, it's very important that I bring this up for the world to know what is actually happening in Cape Coast. They said this is the current state of our Fosu Lagoon. As you can see, it is very bad. The good news is Care for Nature, made up of some individuals from our city, organized a cleanup last Saturday to tidy up the place, but they couldn't finish the task. They are going back on Monday, 8th March, to finish up. It's a holiday, so we are appealing to our followers here to join. You can also support us to make this dream a reality. WhatsApp or call Madam Ann on 0243 985122. I don't know this group, but they are doing something very important, something that will actually help every single individual living in that environment. As a Cape Coaster, as a Fanti, I will urge Cape Coasters to get out on Saturday, go join their brothers from Care for Nature. to clean up this lagoon. Beautiful lagoon. You people need to keep it. It is up to you people to make sure the lagoons are clean so that you can also enjoy the lagoon yourselves. We cannot come clean it for you. In fact, I can't leave the state and come clean the lagoons. You people should do everything possible. Go there on Saturday, on Monday, I think the holiday, and help clean this lagoon. If you see some of the pictures, it's quite disheartening. This is the lagoon. It is terrible. And I think it's up to we the Cape Coasters, we the Fantis in this neighborhood to go in there and help. I will be sending my guys to come over on Monday to shoot a few pictures and also videos, interview a few people for us to know how Cape Coasters actually got involved in cleaning their own environment. So I'm just challenging people in Cape Coast and around the lagoon. Please go there and help clean up so that we can all live in a better environment. Now, this is also another thing I want to show you. In Takoradi, Second D, this was posted on Facebook by Pius Hayford. Pius Hayford also says, folks who travel to Takoradi must have come across this. The old toll booth, steel structure around Biposo Bridge. This structure will collapse anytime soon, and an unlucky car crossing will have casualties, and we will get reports on it and go back to sleep. Ghana Highway Authority, what was so difficult about adding the decommissioning of the structure with the construction of the new toll booth? That was a question. So if you also live around here, it's up to you to, in fact, intensify this campaign by Pius Hayford. Pius Hayford actually posted this on Facebook. So if you live around here, it is up to us, the citizens, to intensify the campaign on social media, on radio, calling your MPs, calling on radio, making suggestions, also speaking on the issues to make sure that this trap is solved. We can't be relying on God every time, relying on Jesus Christ when things are things we can deal with it practically by ourselves. So I was saying, intensify the campaign for this problem to be solved. I am also hearing say Doomsaw is very, very intensive now in Ghana. Doomsaw are crazy in Ghana right now. Lots and lots of places are off. Doomsaw send the can see better than talk. Obibeka so will be a personal problem. But Doomsaw send the eka. All right, this is also another photo I think we should all look at. President Akufo-Addo content with Supreme Court verdict. Okay, I don't want to talk much on it. We are way behind time. Mahama recent behavior worrying. He should be careful. Nana B. You see, this is some of the things. Sometimes I be American. Sometimes oh, John Dramani Mahama didn't actually congratulate Akufo-Addo and say. But when you have people like these who are communicators for a ruling party, speaking like children, speaking like kids, you don't expect anybody to show that respect back. Because this guy and Abi, and because we have allowed people to spill nonsense for a very long time, he thinks in his head he can say nonsense and walk away because it's Mahama. The people who follow Mahama or people who believe in Mahama, they are animals. They can't retaliate. But this same fool, without due respect, and I just use that word, this same idiot will walk around and say they want peace in Ghana. They want respect for people. Should respect the government. People should respect the president. People should respect the MPP. But you don't show any respect to other people. That is why you are getting this kind of disrespect every day, from the executive all the way to the last person in the MPP. Because the leadership, those people, the NPP, we have made leaders, they are childish. Because you are sitting in Ghana and talking and saying, John Mahama, a re-election, well, congratulate Akufo-Addo, and when you say, Jimina, so Odeka Jimisama, do you expect anybody to respect you and respect your president? So these are things that we need to understand. So per respecter, you need to show respect. Me, I'm not going to spend time on this, but Obiadim, the kind of person that I be, is the fool at Duan or the Ghana. But if you're a friend to him or you are very close to him, tell him, say Jimine Dawson, on you know film, na on kasa to say a respectable party leader, obetumi akandi pabum, na Jimine Dawson. We are not doing this childish kind of politics again. And with all due respect, Nana be a politics intra, Nankana B, but I want to reserve my comments for now. This also came up. This morning I saw, it was quite disheartening. Happy FM 98.9 FM no akoye se part FM na me ampo no every time I will see them on Facebook. Oh, nipa omo share nipa be 22, nipa 23. Omo prime shows no. And this morning they actually cooked up story to malign some people. And I'm not here to defend any politician or anything, but as a media house, Sebio Sawajuni will fear your story about people. You need to have the facts. You need to have the facts. I'm sorry to pay because of propaganda. And another person who owns this radio station is basically an NPP foot soldier. Professionalism is not there. Jimina, these are the kind of things we have to be fighting as a nation. Because a whole media house cook up stories, sad story where Omo cooking and pay, it caused a lot of problems in the country. People were insulting Sam George. People were insulting each other because of Sam George. And that story no Moko Fire Edibet Taris Sami Jemfi story no. It did not have any connection. Sam George statements be some months back. It has been talked about. People have gone to that point whereby Sam George and his party people have solved it. This happy FM for ya Nipa 50 Kranti such a dirty radio station. Wa comfort story and other Taris Sami Jemfi statement about what happened in Parliament. He just wanted to feed the ignorant MPP foot soldiers on the street. Then later they turn around and say, happyghana.com hereby retract its publication titled Parliamentary Decision Based on Wisdom, Not Emotions. Sam George fires back Sami Jemfi, which is not true. These are the kind of radio station I keep telling Ghanaians. These people, you don't have to listen to them. They are hungry. They just allow politicians to use their dirty platforms to destroy people, to misinform people. I don't see any smart person at 98.9. Who is the smartest person there? Opele. No, Opele. Opele nankaso simu no hena wedu. So you have to understand, say, the level some of these media houses are taking Ghana's democracy is getting out of hand. The humility is too much. The humility is getting out of hand. I wanted you people to know. So this kind of radio station, you don't need to spend your time on them. They're a waste of everybody's time. They are just there cooking nonsense and they are feeding themselves to feel that they are important. They are ignorant people. You can't go back. Don't you have editors at 98.1? Why? Don't you have editors there? That's why you people are not progressing. And you even struggle to get 50 people to watch you or listen to you because it has become a child's play. I say zoo. Obia Rema, I say Tiani Biaso, they just move around like that. No sense. My friends, start doing the job right and stop the stupid propaganda. Mamu yese zoo na mote. Mamu nyamu hose zoo na mote. No. This job is very sensitive. You cannot destroy somebody's reputation because Oji said Obia Bobo Box Biamao and a party maybe say Kojimi Huntu Abetina Radio Suna Yenjimi. You don't do that. And so many editors who are Mungu sa Muchiano. Sa Muchiana Mutimna Mufren radio station. If you don't have intelligent editors there and the Munguno, you don't deserve to be in the media space. It's a waste of everybody's time. Humility is too much, and let us report the right thing. Don't destroy somebody and come back and say I retract. Do you know the number of people who heard this and insulted people who were in this story? Would you stop the stupidity and let's move forward, please? Don't get people angry here. All right, see your people to multimedia. Missing Takrady girls, 2 suspects sentenced to death. How can you sentence a suspect to death? This is what I'm talking about every day. You sentence a suspect to death. At this point, they are suspects. Nothing has been proven that they are guilty. So the caption too is wrong. You see, sometimes, these people, if we don't take our time, suspects have been sentenced to death. So who was able to prove, said they are guilty? If you want a better caption, go and look for a better caption. Oko multimedia. Nasa oko off a newsroom. Nipa be 50 do go. Oh, I'm an editor. Oh, me the business editor. We're the news editor. And they cannot get things right. The embarrassment Ghana media is some of them. They are putting out there. It's too much, and we need to start talking. Ghana is a joke of a country. Missing Takrady girls, 2 suspects sentenced to death. They are still suspects. Who sentences suspects to death? Who does that? If they are suspects, they are suspects. Until it's been proven that they are not suspects before they can be sentenced. What kind of journalism is this? Who trains this chicken? Who trains these chicken to put them out there? You people are all cut and paste media houses. Let's cut. Oh, this one, put this caption, is nice. Let's cut. Cut and paste. Jimility. The same way. Munjai said it's not right. All right. So I just saw this. Your handling of excellent Dumelivo, extremely disappointing. Anti-corruption CSOs tell Akufo-Addo. And when you read a story, this is what the story actually says. Sorry. I think I didn't get a story. But you have an idea of the story. I think it's here. Yeah, the story says this. The Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Against Corruption said it has taken note of a letter dated the 3rd of March 2021 issued by the Office of the President, retiring the Auditor General, Mr. Daniel Dumelivo. They go on to say this, and I quote, "This letter comes barely a day after Auditor General Dumelivo returned to his post from another unconstitutional directive that forced him to proceed on accumulated leave of 167 days," the statement noted. The last paragraph says this: the coalition or the coalition said it is extremely disappointed about this development, especially the manner in which the matter has been handled by the presidency, acting in concert with the chairman of the Audit Service Board, Prof. Edward Dua Ajiman. But say, everybody will get to know the kind of person Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is. As we sit in Ghana today, as we speak all the English, we don't have a special prosecutor. We have some acting special prosecutor, which nothing will come out from there. As we sit in Ghana today, speaking grammar, making noise, we don't have an auditor general. So at this point, you people don't have a country. You people are living in a zoo. And I have to say zoo because nobody is checking your books. It is only in zoos, in zoos, they don't check books inside the zoos. Because you see, even in zoos, sometimes they check health records. And so you people basically are living in a zoo. Yes, because you have no auditor general. And as I speak to you, if Gabi, his people are signing some contract behind the scenes, almost because at the end of the day, we don't have an auditor general. Sa guy, I'm sorry, acting auditor general, or Jos. He's basically like a day old chick. Osro, the one position, Osro, Professor Dua Ajiman question that they always want people they can use. So get serious. Things don't look good. And Ajimiti said President was there and the ministers who have been, he's actually officially making them ministers. Those people are approved by Parliament. He was not even happy himself. You could see the president in a very moody, I don't know what I don't want to say anything for somebody to say I said something against the president. But the president was very moody tonight. I don't know why. Maybe he wasn't expecting how Kumsin to make it. But as usual, but there's one thing people have to understand. Say, the CEO of Parliament, and we are still investigating, and we bring you the full report. It is very, very important. We will make sure we come to the bottom of it. Now, Alan Kojo Chiramantin to present 2021 budget on behalf of recuperating Oforiata Yare into the whole tunnel. Into say Alan Kojo Chiramantin and obekain budget, But isn't it weird? Ana enyamu wawa kakra. Adequate make say it's a little weird to me, and they say it is looking like some people are preparing Alan Chiramantin. Almost prepare no, almost didn't see ye. He'll be in the news now. It is weird, right? I just say Alan because I know there are a lot of people there. But recently I heard say Edubuahi was supposed to take over from Ken Oforiata when Ken Oforiata left the country. But they have people there and they can't do the job. And but I thought say Anke Ibetuma Kanyo, the health minister, because he is an accountant. He will be more familiar with the words and also will understand what he's reading. And I probably might read keke. Yeah, probably when I read keke, no sorry call. You see, they don't attach any importance to the things they do in Ghana. Any these people, they say Alan Chiramantin mekan keke. But we have a health minister who is an accountant who can step in, because I think the minister should be versatile, where they can do different things at different times. But a political strategy now, Amanfobi are trying to please their base in the Ashanti region, and as some people trying to say, Sibia Ashanti region, Omo Jaya na Oman Tuama, 43, 47, 47, Amfano. Yes, starting more feel say ye do mo ana. And also issue be on person catch Baumia, say Mr. Baumia, is your own the econo. If we don't need you, because Baumia so economic the team no. Vice President Debia, Yakasonko kind of too low. But Amanfobi person Kandapatu is an accountant. Somebody just said Kandapatu is accountant. Kandapatu could have read it. But Yakofa Alankash only yes on Bekan reading lessons into Alankash and Bekan. This country is a waste. You know that? It's a junkie town. You people are comedians. Alankash never kind into I just say yeah, the man is like kind or you busa question grow to me, Yano. But we day here, God day. We go see. All right. So Supreme Court election petition verdict full of patent falsehood. That is what Sami Jemfi came to do at the beginning of the show. We all understand. Okay. Now listen. Yanko back. This story I just read. The Alan Chamantin story. When you read a story, there's something very, very funny when you read a story. Or say. Mr. Chairman would deliver the budget before Parliament after he's sworn into office following the approval of his nomination by the House. The Trade Minister designate has had to take on the exercise because the Finance Minister designate who has a traditional responsibility to represent the budget to present the budget of government is unwell and currently in the US for treatment. Now, look at the last part of this statement. According to Star FM, the president contemplated Vice President Baumia to present the budget. According to Star FM, that is leaks, right? The president contemplated Vice President Baumia to present the budget. So what happened? The besha nanka president person Baumia ye, but tell Baumia de comedian bia up. Inti they say Baumia any Alan Chamantin and the president. Na then yetumi ignore Baumia or no economic management team wa. Baumia or economist, so-called economist. Baumia or no nim ma to Alan Chamantin say Baumia tinefie. Na Alan Chamantin kokain. So these are the things you need to be looking at. Politics no more. Some people want to try and project Alan Chamantin as the smartest guy or a versatile or the Greek bao or the finance bao was I feel bad for you. What can I say? This is the reality now. It is hitting. Me to say we'll make up artists no do it, you know. Samira Baumia last we almost be a video about Kevin Taylor wife. And Kevin Taylor wife here nipa kese. Oh, ejumana na aba no, ejumana ba. Kevin Taylor wife video onyashi. Kevin Taylor wife so afon so ekesio. Onyashi, ejumana na de abeso no ye ejuma no. Esi ase alanaba. The see a honorable akamfo, ye me ankasa akamfo ye fun chen. Baumia, me say, afi na obeti eni akamfo ase. Me akani o, me na me ka kire me feel you a nice guy. But afi na wo beti akamfo ase. Aye, obeti ase ye. Na ebia na first na won te ase. Oba obi first no, na won te eni akamfo ase. Na afi na ye ni akamfo. O ye be kire se wo na oble. Aye, ye ni akamfo. Last minute, you bet you also na oble. Baumia, but you go be God day. Yeah, that come for. You bet you also na oble. Aye. All right, let's move forward. This is also another story. Joy news. The World Health Organization has warned there is a very high risk that an Ebola virus outbreak in Guinea could spread to neighboring countries. And there's a quote down there. As of yesterday, a total of 18 cases were reported. 14 were confirmed, including 4 deaths. This gives a case fatality rate of 44.4%, says Dr. George Alfred Kizebo, the WHO's representative in Guinea. So, like joke, Ebola jinsem, Ebola eba. Are we ready? Are we securing our borders? You have to come and see secure borders. You secure airport, you secure land, you secure port. And they were COVID, a room chain baby. It's a simple question. Yabasia would say, how prepared are we? Because they are giving the signal, say, Ebola is coming. They just told you, say, Ebola is coming. We don't want to wait. High risk, no matter say, the probability say Ebola, neighboring countries, and the probability say this sub-Saharan Africa, travel quickly, it is high. The question to the government is, Are we ready? Have we put things in place? Have we been proactive? Have we been ready for some time now? Because when it hits, it's not going to spare us. These are things we need to be asking and getting ready to face Ebola. Mobia and Chain, Emanim Besi, and Sanamak company, Biabe Togo border, and Ivorian border say, company, no, because of the situation we are in, no, until we have to, in fact, make a company go there and do vaccination. Send a $2 million, you're ready. Obodin can't catch them. The risk is there. Take precaution. Precautionary measures are very, very important. Have we done that? And these are the things that we need to be looking at. Now, NDC MP who voted for Hawa Kumsin must be commended. Economist. NDC MP, and it was reported by Yenyanko for happy. NDC MPs who voted for Hawa Kumsin must be commended. Economist. Now, when you read a story, it's quite an interesting story, eh? And I'll tell you why it's an interesting story. Happy FM, no, say muchiao, say bolakao, monyana monhro, namun clean him, because the filth coming from there, no, is too much. You people have no value in Ghana media. I'm telling you, you have. In fact, someone on Facebook that me say, what is this? Who said the pa 5 po here that? Omakwe 87. I think say when Aketeche Free Fire was there, no, he could also try at 120. I also watching him 120. I don't know where he did. Aketeche, because say we are going to be a radio station, and I still more thing. I will take care of that. Now, when you read The Economist, Opela Boadia, Akwati or not happy on the Nimyan Power Happy FM. So I Happy FM, Nipo Nimyan Sapa, Opela Boaji, I Opele Boating, I only go for the height pepe, I kukuruku, I on the Nimyan Sapa Happy FM. Into also Akas, also Economist, and you're so Opela and coach Nana. Is it the same guy who was a soccer coach? I just want to be sure about it. Because I have met him at the US Embassy before in Ghana. I think it's a long time, yeah. But because I'm an economist. And as I will pay the water now, on the coach got Tokobino, I just space Kitikitibina, on an Nipanas. If it's him, please let me know. Oh, okay. Say there. This is what he said. Ghanaian economist and columnist. He's an economist and a columnist. And also economist. Hey, Ghanaian economist. Isaac Opele Boatin has said that members of parliament, MPs belonging to the National Democratic Congress, must be praised for voting massively for Hawa Kumsin. He went on to say this. The Minister Designate for Fisheries and Aquaculture, Hawa Kumsin, secured approval by a majority vote on the floor of the House after reports from the appointment committee indicated that she was not fit for the job. However, she secured the highest number of votes as she pulled 161 votes of 265 total votes, translating into 60.75% of the total vote cast. Now, this is the part that is quite interesting. Coach Opele, reacting to this happening, told Happy FM, Don Pra, on the Epawa Dabeng show. He said, NDC MPs who voted for Hawa Kumsin must be commended. I am sure that they will recall that some of their sisters and mothers cannot express themselves in English language. So if Hawa Kumsin cannot express herself, why then will she be disqualified? This is a columnist, and also he is also an economist. Now, yes, sisters, any aunties no mtifie na omutumi kabro no. Obi aka so pe MPI. Opele 4 feet. Me say Opele, yes, sisters, any aunties na omo fie na omo eto na wo se omo nte brofo no. Me say omo be catch us say omo person be minister. Omo catch us omo person omo ko sign contract ma Ghana. Omo person omo catch us omo person omo be minister. Also omo read documents here ase. Mo na mo ka ho na ma Ghana se sia no. Ye ti kro no mu a ye hu obi o hye space bia na deck e se onum wi. Mo nipa say mo ka ho wi. You speak anyhow. Nobody in Ghana was saying, because Hawa Kumsin cannot speak English until she cannot deliver. The woman is incompetent because she did not even have an understanding or knowledge about what she was being interviewed on. Also, we economists now, a columnist, so can't you have this common sense? She wasn't judged on her grammar. She was judged on her ability to understand the job she was about to be given, and she could not prove it. Happy FM Niguno. Because Opele Boatina what one. So how a kumsin, what be a company na got to ano anka obepene. Wo pele na wo hwe nipa wo hwe no osoro no. Mebusa say wo company na anka hawa. Ye de beto ano so we CEO onko abroche enko tena table hu en read documents expressing ho and get to contract anka obepene. O space set the digital ska. The issue is it's not about how proficient she is, how she speaks English. It is not about that. It's about the woman not having an idea of the job we are about to hand over to her. Opele 4 feet. You need to understand. Monjai politics. Tantana moyano. You are praising NDC MPs for what? So how I come to say Corona? Some me to me put the idea that shelf so to me. At least I can stretch and take. Now where? You have to understand. So it's not about MPP and this. What now? Now I cover titles. Atari ya the mic cry. Ebe si benuma mic ready da moha. Ena mutiwa siye. Ena mu blow nya. Yes, sisters no monte bro. Fono manko school near aunties no. Obiaka so be a minister. Inti yatihan inti yes sisters no mo fi no omanka omutumi ka brofo no inti sebio with all due respect yakotabo fu bia bre say yanya the minister yanya we don't have to scrutinize, we don't have to know the capabilities of the person masa munjan samhunu na motewo mo 4 feet na mo hwehwe nyama table so no na mon kasa ye o ekro na say yanyina ho hwehwe and the petrol boy is saying dum so tem serious dum so serious temu Ghana munyina ma edi matwema no fiase eko ene ma betena ho monjiji mokufu ado no so wo pele de odiji okufu ado so enfame ho enhame because the same height inti mode munyina 11 dangerous. But the real issue is you people should speak the truth. Hawa Kumsin, Ghanaians did not want her to go through, not because she couldn't speak English, because Hawa Kumsin is dumb. She does not understand the job she was about to be given. And na obiafa wako tuamano, we treat skani atuamano. And you don't sit there and act like a street boy. Wako school, wako university libi. Unim nyansa sama wako unim says nyansa sama wako nyansa bianim. Uo pele 11 dangerous. Uo tuano. So we be a company ade hawa wako tuano says you open. Wo kura ampono 4 feet no open. You need to shut up and analyze the issues and stop that flat politics. We are not tired. We are tired of this. I am an economist. I am an expert. I am a crophobia near Timusa near Kofa. Ibad Ibrahim Bay say or a security expert. Yet to crom haya. Obiaba expert. Ofui biaba expert. Media me a columnist. Media me a economist. And the media me a socialist. And the media me a expert in security. Yet to crom hana munyina mo ha. My must spend the mujiji toilet diska. My must spend the mujiji toilet diska. Yet to her. And Ibad Ibrahim Bay or a security analyst. Moi sanko fuera so so. When Charlotte Osei was invited, was actually given a job by UN to go to Afghanistan to conduct one of the most difficult elections, you know. Moi mutina krom hamasa small boy we are only boxer shots endu 3 cry. Ebetina TV so more interview say or your expert. Intimunyina moko obi a expert. Obi aba am an expert in this. Obuso amuso obi onko se obi anim. Small boy wait to go Al Jazeera or masturbatia. No, about also a security expert. Oh, Kurdish for no. They went to bomb these people. So if you check the geographical DNA from Turkey to in some phone amutiti krodum security issue be a man koran we better not eka. So small boy can say if Charlotte Osei goes to Afghanistan, she's going to die or free. Do you know what you're talking about? And on you won't to me TV. Shut up and that your aunties, they thought about aunties, uncle. What kind of basic flat analogy is this? What kind of aunties no but level ministers, no? Yes. It's my friend, we economists stick with it. If you're a football coach, stick with it. If you're a columnist, stick with it. Let us know where you belong. Neil to me address so and stop this toilet man kind of analysis. Tinamo 98.3 a good long time. All right. This is also happening. Ghana Broadcasting Corporation actually reported on this. They said, and I quote, the rising cost of cement is due to the unavailability of some products, and these materials are imported in large quantities at exorbitant charges, coupled with the unstable and high import charges. End of quote. Commercial manager of CBI Ghana, producers of Super Sam Cement, Mr. Kobe Adams, actually said this. I don't know ayaka. You see, the funny thing is, yatu nyomem obianim se nyoma boy yeding. Yatu petrol, yatu cementim, yatu iron rodim, and they are matese pure water yatu pure water mo. Yatu krom how. And them it say kejetia market women Fobi demonstration omubofu adentra almost tax near job I remember I think I can find you that story. I don't know where it went, but in the Kejetia in Ashanti region, Kejetia market in Mbanasa they have to nyama na tax near job me say a bibe bre but a bibe brachimbi yatutu nyomem yatoto kaskem, yatoto fuel yatoto light him, and the doom so a tame, alias Kofi a tame. Yes. Me say doom so a tame, alias Kofi a tame. Yes. A tame plenty. And say she home, me see, yebe bro. And ya unkwana be bro, ye nyina be bre, but ube brachi will be. Aha. And I mean to say, Kumasi, Ashanti region for saying, yeah, a tax, and the tax is too much, and that the government should do something. Dabi. Government don't do anything. Government don't touch anything. Let it keep going. Me say a coronavirus the humility is too much. Abai me nye bibia manin koso sa. See yenya na say how akum sinaba. Yenya na say a Godfrey Damiaba. Yenya na say a me say before COVID hit here, before ever converting there were few things that Ghanaians were looking for answers. One, COVID-19, 150 on the port, airport, why in the contracting by one answer near pe. Ye ebe sinde. Obia Busaya, Sal for a man to abano, the Sal guys who did not vote. Near pe one answer. Why didn't they vote? Ebe sinde, ye vetin ye nyasa answer no. Opposition to so, Haruna Idrisu and his Kita school boys, they were all sitting there. We were asked a question about how Kumsen, a boat to pay, ebe sinde ye nya answer. And I'm a Nipa 8. Or Nipa 9, anyway, during the election, all these people are dead. Plus other people, election shooting victims, they died. These people you are looking at, they died. They were going to help make the NDC win. They were following up. They shot all these people, they killed them. Near pe answer, yenya, we are here. Anamebwa. Oh, we can also talk about Intiwo, Kandapa, and then the other guy, Derry. Security for Omude Kromha, ya boni petro during election time. Volta region, what happened? Yetiha, one question answer the epe, Obia Maya answer, see yetiha. All these people have been cleared to be our ministers again. Now you're trying Emma MP Biabetina radio, so I'm talking about the NDC MPs. No, Abeka said, we are very angry with the majority because Asema Abeka Chirono, Ukofia, you know, you to me. I'm Derry. Me say, yeah, came my MPB but tonight radio so na TV so news file. Now we bien no I can say, oh, what is happening is not good at all because this minister took this money and this minister is not doing their job. Me say, slap be a bebo no. Ora be ho you over regret this crash all your politics. Oh yeah. Send the pay ya so mo konko nipa more. Inti ya chituo constituency ni boni peto na be ken. We are so we be wo ni ma orebe ukofia o yire duan kra untumi ndi. Inti we are all going to maintain. We are all going to do what? We are all going to maintain our level. Because it look like say some people don't care about some people. Some people are selfish. They think say and it is so because the way Sami Jemfi spoke, it is Sami Jemfi didn't do anything wrong. The way Sami Jemfi spoke, majority of Ghanaians come on chance to come make worse things than this. I'm telling you, Sami Jemfi I think was even economic with his words. Inti de yen kase bonim bro na boneba na obi pia bontin be complaining. Suntui unim suntui bi ebe wo no. Ye be yensa say suntui bi ebe wo no. Ubenu hu so be MP. Yeah. And so it is very important say these things, we look at them very well. These people are dead. Yes. They were shot by policemen and soldiers in Ghana. They are dead. No answers till now. And so President Sokache Ghana for say we should come together and build a nation. How do we build a nation? How do we build a nation when MPs people died for cannot say we want to put our life on the line and stop people who out of negligence caused the death of these people? How do you build a country? How do you expect the people to believe in you? It is very important. So China President Abedina Stage said, my people, let us all come together and build Ghana. I say, hey, President, poem na okano. A lion has a tail na okano. correct the wrongs before we all move forward as a nation. It is important because if you don't correct those wrongs and you expect even your opponent to accept you as a leader, it becomes difficult because you have killed your opponent's grassroots, you've killed your opponent's supporters or sympathizers. How do you meet them halfway for them to accept you as a leader? That is what we enter na mekache na nabi no. Na nabi na mekache say, so what one hour President Kufuor respect. Because President Kufuor has 6 million votes. John Dramani Mahama has 6 million votes. Technically, we have 2 presidents. The number of people to make Kufuor, the same thing to Mahama. And this Saudi Mahama Tema. Also, Tia says, Obi Sube Dia Kufuor attempt. Kufuor na our president. It is only Mahama attempt to be Dia Kufuor attempt. For Funa Adwano. TV because people don't respect Kufuor. You have to understand, say, respect is something that you don't force to get. You need to earn it. And then you say, so youth organizer power funo enya mwa guma. You would think as say, hey, this was one of our difficult elections. Yetume riema bedruha. Akofa Supreme Court riem emeni ne ebo na style say riema maye. Die ne pa ne beye as communicators to bring the nation together. Now we do Jimmy Litinative radio so Mahama has been warned. Whoa. Now we party the time amount 40 MPP now when. And people have to understand. Nana has 6 million. Mahama has 6 million. Nana Adodankwa himself sitting there. He knows he didn't win the elections. Ekufuor nankasa. Tell no denchem kesiye nankasa na oye boss no. On nankasa nimso we win election no. It's how dare you to go and incite, because when he incite, he knows his presidency is hanging on a very thin line. Nana Adodankwa Ekufuor knows that the presidency no. It's Ahmed Botri black no. And you be in sense so ebetuma anytime bia. He knows. Now, it's weird. It's been a long time I saw Abronya. Now, Abronya way. Now, what Abronya this? Go for the cars. I want to provoke a creator or my MP minister to move. Also, Kasama MPP. Abronya said, "Oh, prio." And now, Kwanisha was saying, it's been a long time I heard from Abronya. Me, I make us a basic meeting. Abronya this. Oh, how me tonka. I me person me more be shipping a bro. A Pepsodent. Abronya, a good for cars on to Brofoka create, told me my own minister. Ubu Fuka Kasama MPP. Hey, also there. O Prio, Abro. Nasanka, make so court case by Mantis okay be. That's why quiet to be say. Also, call a lawyer. So, call law school. Ghana Law School, party. In fact, Ghana Law School, party. Ghana Law School enya butrapa court case ibe nyina me hu sa Abronya DC kasaye Ekufuor case on tibro for keke more minister to edwa and I mean go say bi na media me makra Pepsodent some of ambro any hard smokers brush unu smokers brush aha nti Abronya wa bedi mu Abronya bia catch the Kevin Taylor say hu na che onkasa. All right, so let's go straight and take care of the editorial quick 10-15 minutes and then I'll open the phone lines. Maybe I'll be to make a Sami Jimfi interview no wasem and what I'm about to talk about. But this is what I'm going to discuss today, and it's something I want NDC for Omutie Menyubre to understand. And I'm so excited about this because I heard Mary talk about it, and it is very important. Say, the NDC should understand, say, also will prepare to go into election 2024. And it is not a joke if you really want to win. Now, the NDC as a political party was almost started from today. In fact, they were supposed to start their campaign from the day the court case ended. The biggest mistake the NDC made in 2020 election, no, they had a good message, but they came out late. When it comes to America, Democrats, the day they lost to Trump, that was the day they started their campaign. That was the day they made the Americans understand, say they had a message. The day Trump won the elections, that was the same day Yakasa Trump win. You know, the following day was when they started talking about who is going to lead them. They started talking about the leadership of the Democratic Party. That was when they started saying, "Say we need to make the people understand our message. You can't use 2 years or 1.5 years to sell a message. You lie bad." This is the time the NDC has to understand. Say, They need to start selling their message. That old kind of politics now. Yeah, train a flag bearer, a executives, I say, and sana ya the conform manifesto. You don't even need to wait for your manifesto, your way. You need to let the world know and need to let Ghana know, say, you are ready to come capture the seat in 2024, and that this is our plan. We have a flag bearer. You need to make people know who is going to be a flag bearer. If not officially, make it clear. Then you need to make the people know your message. So when your communicators go on radio, they go with a message. They don't go there for people to decide what they have to discuss. It's supposed to be an agenda. So sitting there and thinking, say, you have 3 years, you have 2 years to go and do campaign, it will not work. Because remember, in 2020 election, you people had the best manifesto. Our manifesto, it is still alive. Your manifesto, it is still alive. But when the manifesto came out, it was too late. You could not get the people, all the people you wanted to get, because the manifesto that check, because electing your executives not check. That kind of archaic kind of party politics now, because anytime election ends, if you want to change the party, you change it immediately. It is important. You don't wait for those executives to be there for a year or two before you make that time. You have lost it. You have lost the elections. 2016, from 2013, after election now, Ekufuor the Luzu court case, right after the court case, and I'm starting your message. That was the strategy they adopted. So when you go to every radio station, the NPP controlled the narrative. They controlled the message. They were selling it even before your communicators got in. Now you people, you need to start understanding, say, the kind of politics. Yeah, trying time we do and sana party flag bearer. Yeah, obianimu flag bearer. If John Mahama is not going to run, he should let you people know he's not going to run. Because if you choose your flag bearers, you made the country know, say, these are the people we bring in. That is when you can carve your agenda around. And Saudi partner move to carve a message around. Don't automatically think, say, people know you and they understand you. That's not how politics today works. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. So if you are waiting for your party chairman, your general secretary, your communication boss, your organizers, your national youth organizer, and the youth organizers, motivational speakers on Facebook. Ebi worry, motivational speakers. They don't even write about the party that made them who they are. They are on Facebook. Motivational speakers. Quotation. We are strong and the Lord and the enemy is massa. Party na join party and your party or you don't want the party. So it is about time you people understand. Say this kind of, you see, the last time I said obi to say koku anyidowu. Nenasya tatai, a man who kicks a woman out, who kicks or ba watisika wareno in the brand yirewu. That guy is a demon. Anamu koku anyidowu obewu oba go through pain. Utumi sisa ne nyoma gu abontene se onko weja no de. Sa nipa no oye monster or ye demon. Onam Ghana na I have a Bible. I believe in the way born some way. Then you are still letting this disease of a human being still getting himself affiliated to the NDC. He is a disease of a human being. Everywhere he steps, it's a disease. Can't you see? How can a man awatisika wari obakuku anyidowu? Na obaewu. The woman is still going through hell. Neba newu, anya ponchi newu neba. Na wasi mejao frimifie wapamono na shebema bi ho. Na NDC is still entertaining such a rag, low life rag material. Say, then he's sitting somewhere throwing his dirty statement, and you are sitting. You can't sack such a goat. Now much was so some phone so this party no say I am sorry I'm on fantia sorry. Then people know say you are tight man sorry. Because the foolishness you people are entertaining is too much as a political party. The Jimmy Sam you people are entertaining, it is too much. This guy does not deserve suspension. This bull deserves a sack. The day I'm so say if nobody can sack me for because I did Ankadium ponche, no what is a party no, and yan papa dia. But you have entertained this buffoon. Not last one, and I'm Kumase, come Bible wasem, and God again, such a filthy human being, what sake or bow, such a disgusting human being. No tan. No Jimmy no Ghana, na NDC force so. That is what I'm saying. Sir. This old kind of politics now, more no NDC no, you will struggle. If you have an agenda to contest in 2024, oh yeah, NDC, let it be known. If you're an executive, you want to run for a position, let it be known now. What is there to fight for? The election has ended. The next agenda is the next election. So what is this thing of I'm waiting? Wait what? Let it be known. Go out there. Let the people see you. Tell them this is the position I want. It does not break anything. Nobody can sack you because you are saying in an interview or in a write-up, say, you would love to fill this position. Nobody can sack you from a political party. Nobody. Then people will start to listen to you. Your flag bearer, if you people need a flag bearer, tell them. If you want to be flag bearer, go out there in your statement. Let the people know why you want to be flag bearer before it's officially open. This is the time we need to analyze people's way of thinking. Because you could see, say, NDC former parliament and Ebi, the president. So if you're a man, now this is 7 years solid, to be the president, then you start speaking. Don't wait 2 years, 2.5 years. You can't sell a message. Many NDC and come 2020 manifesto and come start it. That is the message now. Force the message on the people. Let them understand your message. You don't wait. You are waiting till these people you are dealing with, because me and my party and people, it's a party full of propagandists. That is what we do. As I speak to you now, they are going to slaughter each other. Bawumia, Alankash, Ebush, Omo Sikai. Omo Sikai, Wepe, no Muse, Bakwewa. Now you become the target. You have to understand. Bawumia group, any Alankash group, Omo Bestatia Womo Sikai, and you can see it to be bloody. No more we are afraid of outside of 1 second. That is when they turn around to come after you, because you are their greatest enemy. So what do you do when they are fooling themselves and killing each other? What you do is you solidify yourself by making sure your message sinks before they are done murdering themselves, into murdering each other. You already have your grounds. So there is no day for politics. Politics is a 24/7 thing. There's no season for politics. Every day is a day to sell a message. It is a fact. Every single day is a day to sell a message. So if you don't understand that, then you have lost it. If your flag bearer still wants to run, it is up to the grassroots to start telling him that he should let it be clear. He should give the signal that he's going to run. If another person in the party also wants to run, they should also make it clear, I want to run. Then we know where you people are heading. You cannot sit there. You people are heading towards somewhere. You people have a target. Nobody wants to show face. No. As I speak now, you people are getting ready to even elect your executives. Straight up. What is there to do? What is there to do now? You have 4 years. You need to plan it well. What is there to do? I'm just asking a simple question. What is there to do? Because your job is politics. Your job is to win a seat. How do you win a seat? You start early. Get your message on the ground before. You can just, your 2020 manifesto, that manifesto can last for another 12 years. I'm telling you. Because I know this is my government. They can't do FOCO. Abanwe, Ebola, the strategy they are doing with Ken Ofori-Atta is simple. You see the health minister. Ken Ofori-Atta might not come back as the finance minister. The person who will make him a finance minister is the health minister. He will reshuffle quickly and put the health minister there. A strategy. If Ken Ofori-Atta doesn't show up, if Ken Ofori-Atta doesn't come back as a finance minister, and the strategy is they know he might not make it, is the health minister they are waiting. Or can they'll reshuffle and put one there. Because a criminal cartel, it's something they have been doing for a long time. You see? So the message is clear and simple. It's clear and simple. What are you guys waiting for? Because I believe that if you people are able to choose your executive before June this year, you win the election 2024 hands down. I'm telling you. If you, the NDC, you are able to choose your executives, choose your executive by June this year, you will win election 2024 before even it's election day. Because if you're able to do that, then you have a clear path to victory. But if you wait for a whole year and going on TV, and these media persons who have been compromised, they'll keep pushing you. They'll keep pushing you people away. When you come, they tell you what to say. You will never have a message for a solid 2 years. You can't use 2 years to sell a message. I tell you. This is politics we're talking about. The obstructions are plenty. The distractions are there. You cannot use 2 years to sell a message. You already have the backbone of your message. Your 2020 manifesto. See, the NPP might try to implement 1 or 2. They can't. Because they don't have the ideas, they don't have the resources. We are going to almost April. They've not implemented it. You see, today we have ministers. Give them another 6 months. Nothing will happen. Nothing day. So why are you people wasting time? It is simple. You need to start your 2024 agenda today. Today. If you want to contest an MP in your constituency, let it be clear to your constituents that this MP, I want to compete him. I want to contest this MP, and that these are my ideas. And 4 solid years, when you start telling the people by the time we get to election day, he's lost the elections. That is how you build a team to win an election. When the Republicans lost, when the Democrats lost, they didn't sleep, It was continuous 24 hours selling the message to Americans. Continuous 24 hours. They were selling their candidate. Even before Joe Biden was chosen as the official candidate for the Democrats, they had already sold the idea that Joe is the man who can do the job. You think you're stupid? If you don't start, you will not win. So you people should ignore that issue of change na date. Those to the kind of politics. Party calendar. What is party calendar? Party calendar so you people will make the party calendar active. There's nothing on party calendar as we speak now. The NDC party calendar has nothing. You, the people, can make that party calendar effective. How do you make that effective? Force the executive to change the calendar and make things happen now. And then you can start selling your message. That's it. So if you are there and you think it is all about weight, you can't. I'm telling you. So I wanted to be clear. I wanted to be honest with you guys. If you really, and you have a clear chance of winning election 2024, you people have a clear chance of winning. The distractions that are started but you people still have a clear chance. That's why I say, if you want to contest an MP, let the people in your constituency know, this man, I want to contest him. When you're on radio, sell your message to them. This MP, he did this, I want to contest him. Yes. If you want to be a flag bearer, let your message go down for the people to understand you are ready to lead, so that they will treat you as a flag bearer, so that they can create their message around you. Because they are the people who are going to protect you. But if the people don't know, and the last minute you go bring a flag bearer, then they are going to struggle to sell the message around you. So you people have a good, let it work for you people. Push this, force the system to change. Every day is politics. Every day is governance. Every day is party. So don't say party calendar is full. What are you people doing for 4 years? There's no party calendar. The calendar, fill the calendar. Fill the calendar. Get rid of your executives very, very soon. It is important. Get rid of the executives. Not like go and vote. Just have an election and have some new faces there. Some fresh air in there. Fresh ideas. And move forward. You get it? That's how you win a seat. You don't wait 2 years to win a seat. 2 years, do you know what somebody can do to your message? Start now. And stop that petty fight. Start now. If you people want John Mahama back, send a message to him. If you want to run again, let us know now. If you people want somebody else, send a message to him. If you want to run now, let us know now, so that we will know how to carve our message around you. But if you are sitting there, oh, where do you sure say be on your bayo? Hey, where do you sure say on your bayo? You sit there so 2 years, 2.5 years before you are bringing somebody. No, at that point, because nobody is perfect. Every individual has his own problems. So the issue is, the earlier you introduce the person, the earlier you are able to clean the person to make the person perfect for the job. And you people are lucky. You don't need to do a lot of job. You people don't need to do a lot of work. So it's up to you, the grassroots, to start making them understand. We need to start now. You need to start now. Don't wait. When you wait, we say MP before, you're bloody. That time now you're bloody, that is when you sow your seeds. They say they are good at killing each other and destroying people's reputation and doing clan thing. Humility na end now I solidify your message. Afena oba abe correct it. Ni team on one kasa ni party no problem to see a time na alanchemantini ba omia. It's afena mobile reconciliation. Sa time or reconciliation when I'm 70 oko. Because after they fight each other, Alan Cash and Baumia fight, they will need to reconcile the party. They still need time to heal. So you people start now, ignore them, let them fool themselves, let them kill each other. Then you sow that seed of confidence, sow that seed of trust between you and the Ghanaians. By the time ready for now, then you can use their own mistakes to attack them. They cannot attack your message. The new kind of politics is strategical. It is not about speaking on radio. It's not about knowing somebody or being in politics for years. No, it's about strategizing. These things we do and get paid at other countries. Yeah. It is about strategizing. The party calendar should change. Force the calendar to change. You people can make the calendar active. The calendar is black, is open. There's nothing in there. What are you doing? If you want Mahama, go to Mahama. Write to Mahama. We still want you. Are you ready? Let us know. If you are ready, fine. Even though the elections or whatever hasn't started, you have made us understand you want to run. Now the people can start carving their message. Professor Nana, are you still interested? Yes. That is how. You go to Alabi. Alabi, you want to do it? Yes, I want to do it. Fine. So when they go out and they are speaking, everybody is listening to people who want to lead. But you don't sit there whilst you people know people in your party who want to be presidents, and you sit there and backbite each other. Because if you're not bold enough today to say, I want to run in 2024, why should anybody trust you when you come 2 years later to say you want to run? You want us to be idiots because we need to go back and clean your shit? You need to start cleaning shit from today. If you want to contest, that's it. But see, nobody can suspend anybody when you go officially or write an article to say you are interested in this seat. And from today, you will make it. You are not supposed to go fight anybody. Make your ideas known to the people. The earlier you do it, the better. It's simple. So this is just a simple advice I have for you people. It's a simple advice. And because these people, MPP, they are going to start killing themselves left and right. You need to take that grace period to sow your seeds. Take that small grace period to build your party. Reconciliation now. Now 90. Then almost start here. Then you are already solidify a message in a way. The people will not listen to them because they have no message. So media, I will advise you guys. You're still watching. With all due respect, on Loud Silence TV, you can watch us live on Multi TV. You can also watch us live on Facebook. After this short break, I'll pick some phone calls. You're still watching. With all due respect, extended version.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try my best. Fish farming is the process of rearing of fish in the reservoirs and the fish ponds, etc. They stopped, they terminated the contract. And it's now that they are beginning it. As I speak, I don't know when they are even going to complete with the road. But I'm talking about access road, not the main one.
You're talking about the arterial road.
That is it. We are working on the main one. If our matter, travelers should have access to roads that will take them to the their destiny.
All right, thank you very much for being part of today's show. I have my first caller. Hello, Mr. Article.
Yeah, Mr. Kevin, good evening.
Good. Go ahead, Mr.
Okay. I think I want to talk about Sami Jemfi, the Oveka,
All right.
I think everybody, I heard you asking the same question. You say, among for say, infractions, does it still, is it going to make any significant change? You say, be an anakupa de benya 50%, and now when you have 50%, more than 50%, I think that question, Mr. Kevin, when we look at even the verdict in our Supreme Court, it defies common logic. Because they say, total value votes are, even with all the infractions, will be 50, will be 50, They say, you have to actually, what that is telling us, they say, all the 60 regional summary sheets now with EC page, a fake. From the Supreme Court verdict, because 60 regional summary sheet, Ukabuma, a 30,119,460. And no bit marker say over the cast value, we have mistake, no cast different figure. And until opinion as well, we can go back to the EC page. Now you right figure. But I say no Supreme Court to say there be that figure in your but the original 30,121,111 and also no pink 60 regional summary sheet now. There is no way you can come up with that figure. So it means in say summary sheets now where EC page, we don't know where they had it from. If we are going to go by the ruling of the Supreme Court, and when people say it's not about infractions, now we have to ask the Supreme Court or the EC to produce the 60 regional summary sheet at Kaboma, Yansadaka 30,121,111. So now with the issue about Obibenya 50, Obibenya 49, and no, I came with the same, Mr. Kevin. I came because Supreme Court verdict, it defies common logic. It defies it.
Thank you, Mr. Article. Thank you for your submission. All right. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Kevin Taylor.
Good evening, sir. Can we go ahead?
Yeah, Watara Babudani. Kevin, let me go straight to the point. Kevin, Sami Jemfi have spoken. Now, Sami Jemfi Akasano, so your president, some Kakana, Bibabe Kama, your people of NDC people. Sabi, for past 3 years, from 2017 to 2020, nobody in the NDC have more than Sami Jemfi, apart from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Sabi, Yinchai said, he's arrogant, he's dear. Sabi, and can you Sami Jemfi, and can this time our communication team, Sabi, look at the president, our former communication director, or Columbians who create people like Kwame Sepakai, SCZ, a friend is saying, SCZ communication director, so my name by the radio. So, who is that journalist being a bit market Sami Jemfi? You are Ubanu, and the next radio station, so Sabi, your friend is idea of your friend is Sami Jemfi, Sami Jemfi move 5 and 6, and Candice and Kenny opposition say. And everything, your members of parliament and also, yes, shame, or more mamba, or more Ujisika, or more Mubotu, my friend is our committee or more Macano. He said they did it, they can't say, I mean, pure Moka. So the women to be ticket and Bagana and the campaign, and Kabu Yanka Ukwa, and Kakabo, and Kakabo, and Kabibi Punyanka, maybe the mistake about the church ticket. We may catch for and the offense and maintain so the other do this investigation. Maybe Bagana, me to phone Baku 15, and my NDC serial callers. Baku 15. Just ask the offense, NDC offense, because serial caller chairman. So be any party in a and give a budget a campaign. Mumuti Parliament and Mujisika, and any grassroots here, brave. Now go over to your bio just
Thank you, Watara. All right. Thank you. That was Watara. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Bosu.
Yes, sir.
Bosu, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Nyama Sunjin kan Sakura ni. Mami for officials and boss Sami Jefi Abasu. Every say Kevin, I didn't do simple. Oh, say Omo Kotuma, Awakum Sini, Ambusdere ni Tiwunu. Ma Omu Tembaku, Yini Trise, of NDC party LED. Because Miami MP Krami. I want me constituency. Make Pinu. Kevin, my central.
All right, it looks like Papa Sako's line is not helping him. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Can I get you?
Hello, caller. All right, it's. I think he's not ready. You need to be alert when you call because lots and lots of people are on this line trying to get through. Hello, caller.
Hi, Kevin.
Yes. Bibi Aboko. All right, his line is also not helping him. It's happening today. It's a lot of the problems with it. I don't know what's happening. Hello.
Hello, Tabiaba. Good evening. No.
Good evening, Auntie Monica.
Ghana to Katani back, but no Africa do Katani back, but no Mr. Ghana Quina, yes, the Wasi. Africa Quina, yes, the Wasi. Ghana said, Ghana for Yanto, Nana Kufad, what Fresh Nansa Papa, it's a very great lesson. A do Biala here, ne Obiala or take a decision. Na Ghana, Yeji, Ghana, Nana Kufadu, Ninsem, the Yedisi war. Second, so I have parliamentarians on the show. Men so because of our NDC, who 1 year freedom of blood, no way can go time how a kumsina, how a kumsina also know what to 1 year, and no more reserve room. Panama Catam for Panama for Namuna, no matter for the day. How a kumsina no 1 year, no more reserve 1 year, a tanker, yeta, Yadu Suguma, a peba. Yanumo, another how a kumsins in the Wabanyan, and the move, ne Wadokopa, Wabanyanama. Next time, I could find the Senate to a Punu with your mail. I want the master to move beyond Buenano. And a court of some Panama Papa said, look at there. I grew up before what they cannot come out. I want to when you send Bianca, I know what they say, look at your on your sheet. Stop be at Pano, Mauna.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Hello. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Yeah.
This is David from Germany. Kevin, thank you very much. You know, some of us are very, very discouraged about the NDC party and the ministers. Yeah. But after listening to Sami Jemfi, I can say that we are being gingered up now. Yeah. Because to be very frank, what happened in Parliament has broken the back of so many of us, something that we don't expect. And I agree with you, like you're saying on the show right now, the NDC must start, we must start our campaign immediately. Yeah, we must start our campaign immediately because what has gone on, in fact, it's a shame. It's a shame to Ghana judiciary. It is a big shame. And nobody can take that from them. It is a big shame. And the Supreme Court judges must bow their heads in shame.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. All right. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Kevin,
yeah.
Ugani from Kabul, Afghanistan.
Yeah. Kabul.
Yeah. With the Mr. Yeah, from Kabul. Me from me Hajia Mary Watamali because I was Brabe Bedi Kokoni Kulukuli.
Mati.
Kevin, the me person me can be big akra for the course of parliament, you know. So but the me person me can say NDC for no ma obi anya na adwin say sa leaders no more parliament no they think about the grassroots for no one because me person me ka me Kevin me wo Kabula me wo no me wo me business me ye no wo no me yire ne me mba e wo Germany every month bia society na me wo no ye twa me yire ne me mba ka so what you say me aka say twa me ka wo dem kire wo no but hwe ayi so yi in where me the constitution na me free e wo Kanvili e wo Tamale Haruna Idrisu minim the power from his home to Accra minim the power one also make us say so tie wo be onim me but me person who said their course of parliament in na plan work because me make us say minim the connection between how Haruna Idrisu Muntaka and ABF saying they have a strong hold with NPP members and none of me tie ABF saying wo alaji and alaji so one will be patch one my NDC members for what happened. How dare you? One kasa who ABF saying last 2 weeks who Kabibi wa ayini say woni Kandapa you are very good friends. To what I say. Now we are very good friends. I will bet my deny say one vote ama Kandapa. Haruna Idrisu in the vetting what concerns the more you know you are doing for the interest of the country, not for family relationship. More vetty how Yakuba will be said say ne papa ni say when him say wunim sa and emfa wo ho adwuma na wo yama wo party no what I say muntaka so woni sa niti wu no omu are very good friends share that tribalism na muntaka ni Haruna Idris mu yen wo sa edis no omu nja because I know the connection between muntaka Haruna Idrisu and niti wu that omu northern tribalism now omu your connection between them no I mean as I am here I know everything that is going on Haruna Idrisu cannot tell me say one vote ma how kuzine Dominic Nitu
all right boss
because he's from Bimbila.
Okay, thank you very much boss and stay safe in Kabul.
Kevin maybe I mean one day minister ma say but then they am wukura me fa
all right, hello caller. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Kevin, me drop you. Me drop you. Me say NDC no, enu na obi class say our parliament no. You omu ya one say ya grassroots no ya jibia omu ka wo say jimi because a good party massa oh sa motu road na gini ni na me tal pasa akwa kwa don na me tal pasa
Awasako, your line is terrible. Your line is terrible. All right, I'm not picking any more calls. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. It's a Friday. As usual, if you're outside now, I think it's 11 exactly in Ghana. If you're out, be careful, take care of yourself, observe the protocol, the social distancing, and wearing the nose mask. It's very, very important, or you can call it a face mask, anything you want, anyhow you want to call it. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. I saw Yao Ejapong also watching me, Annette Brown, Obi, Susan Kisi, Juliet Koliki, Chirichara, Imani Sisters also watching me right now on this platform. Who else is here? Amas Burial is watching me right now. Yakubu Bukari, happy Friday. They hate me dearly. Happy Friday to you too. Afghanistan, okay, that's they hate me dearly. Who else is here? Egbeko Pat, happy Friday. Okay. Delali Dixon is watching me right now. Happy Friday. Have a wonderful evening. I can see Kwansma SM is representing live on Loud Silence TV. Happy Friday, Kwansma. Frank Larby is watching me right now. Abdurrahman Rahaman is watching me. Angelina Arthur, birthday girl, is still online. Mariam Mahama is here. Happy Friday. Frank Larby is also here. Josephine Pepredu before is watching me. 22 Broadband. Marabo Ado. Thank you very much, family. Have a wonderful weekend. On Monday, we're going to meet here. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday, you might see me on air tomorrow or Sunday, you might see me on air. I'll try and see if I can get Sammy Jemfi back this weekend for us to have some conversations. Let's hope. Maybe Asafoje. Maybe we might get some of the. Let's see how it goes. So thank you very much for being part of today's show. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. You watched us live on Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV. We streamed on Facebook, with all due respect, and also on YouTube. Be good. Have a wonderful night. It's a Friday. Do we have some music to play here? I can't see anything. Okay. So, Jerry, Jerry,